Sorry. Sorry I take so long. Sorry I take so long, but I hear now. I went to the bathroom and it took a million trillion gazillion years. So we were on that just starting screen for a million for way too long. Hey guys, how are you? How are you? How are you? Wow, Panda, what we wowing about? Hi, Jelly Bean. You're in a coffee shop too? Yes. Are we sitting at the same table, Panda? You sitting across from me? Wow. I haven't used this background since getting my new computer, so I figured now would be a great time to set it up, which is why it also took me so long and why I'm late by quite a few minutes, because setting up a new screen is hard. Uh-oh. I don't have water in here like I thought I did. Uh-oh. I was okay. I have a little bit of Dr. Pepper left. I'll hydrate with that. Yeah, I got Dr. Pepper, and look, I got pancakes. I got Dr. Peppers and pancakes. It's all a girl needs. Yeah. Dr. Pepper. You smell Cyan? What does Cyan smell like? What do I smell like? Hopefully not a wet dog, alright? I do shower, so like I guess I would kind of smell like a wet dog, since like I have to get wet in the shower in order to like be clean. So you on YouTube and you happen to be live, so hi. Oh, hi. Hi, how are you? Alright, let me say hi to everybody's. Hi, Chara and Frisk on YouTube. Hi, Hector. Hi, hi, Poptra. Hi, Corey. Hi, Panda. Hi, Bombat. Hi, Jeffrey. Hi, Shadow Boy. Hi, Dan. Hi, Chicken Boy. That everybody's. I'm scrolling up. Hi, Ami. Someone named Ami. Hello. Hi. I don't want to miss anybody. Jello, say hi to Jello. Hi, Jello. I have everyone. Hopefully, everyone has been hide. How are you? Welcome to the VTuber Alliance. Yes. You know, I always love corrupting people and turning them to the dark side of VTubers. There's been quite a few times where I want to say quite a few times. I mean, like 2 times where like I was the first VTuber someone's ever watched, and I didn't know what to do about it. They're like, "What are you?" And I'm like, "I'm a VTuber, man. I'm just a dog girl on the internet." And they were like, "That's weird." So, but look, guys, we got a nice window seat at the cafe, and so I figured that today we'd have a nice little cafe date. See, I got all dressed up just for you. See. I'm all dressed up today. I decided, you know, if we're going to go out like this, I can't go out in my marching band attire. That's too professional, of course. I have to go out in my special night outfit, even though it's not night, it's a daytime. Recently commented on your TikTok. It was the one about your dog named Shadow. Yeah. Yeah, I keep... You know, what's funny about TikTok is that I made a lot of those TikToks a long time ago, but I haven't posted it. And the longer I go away from like making those posts, the longer I like cringe at it. So like the one I posted like yesterday was it was scripted and read and like edited like 3 weeks ago. So like the next 2 I'm gonna upload are like really cringe to me because it's been so long since I did it, and I'm like, why did I word this like that? I want to redo it, but I can't redo it. This is going to take 10 million years. Welcome to the Poppy Parade Phantom. Oh, when we're in this room, I'm gonna have to move the alerts. They cover my forehead. Not that my forehead is big or anything. I have a small forehead. Obviously, my forehead's not very big. You're not eating it. It looks like something you would throw up. What? Wait, why? You just said you gotta eat. Now you're not gonna eat. What happened? What did they feed you? Rocks? They put rocks on your plate and you're like, oh man, I can't eat that. That's so gross. That's so gross. Nice, awesome. Let me scroll up because I missed a lot of messages. Nice background. Thank yous. Hi. Is in a coffee top too? Yeah. Also, why were y'all beefing before my stream started? Y'all were having a back and forth kind of fight session going on. Like, what happened? Why are we duking it out in the chat before I'm even live? I didn't even do nothing. Cyan does not have a big forehead. I don't have a big forehead. Look at my forehead. It's average sized, okay? It's average size forehead. It's not too big. It's not too small. It's just right. Yeah? Yeah, okay. I just made some tortilla pizza. It's amazing. Oh, can I have some? I got pizza yesterday, but it was like Domino's pizza, which is not, it's not as good probably as your homemade pizza. We got the Domino's cheese stuffed crusted pizza with like pepperoni, and then we got the cinnamon twist with the icing yesterday. I like. Sorry, I'm always eating. I like the Domino's pizza. I used to be a big Pizza Hut kind of girly, and then I started. I don't know. And then Kotaru was like, "Why are you eating at Pizza Hut when that place is lame? You should be eating at Domino's." And then I tried Domino's, and I can't go back now. Also, like Pizza Hut just isn't like real. I remember I was like the. I remember. Okay, guys, don't kill me for this. All right, don't kill me for this. But in my house, we didn't put food in the fridge like you're supposed to. So we would have like food sitting out on the counter and we just eat it from there. And you know, with Pizza Hut pizza, you could sit that pizza on the counter for multiple days in a row and nothing would happen to it. Like it wouldn't start to smell bad, it wouldn't really go bad. It would just be the same as when you first bought it. That thing could sit on on a table. Out on a table for like 5 days straight and then still taste like the same pizza on the first day. I did that with Domino's. I sat it out for like a day and then the next day it smelled kind of weird and funky and I had to throw it out. That's when I was like, oh, I guess Pizza Hut just was not using real ingredients or something because that thing was like not even real. Definitely not real. Yeah, don't set your food out on the counters. You're not supposed to do that. It's actually not good for you at all. You might get very sick. I don't want you guys to get sick. Because if you get sick, then how are you going to hang out with me? You can't. It's not possible. But how is everybody? You know how I usually have like a long... I told you I usually like write out like a list of things to talk about before stream. Yeah, I didn't do that today. So we might... Honestly, we might just end up sitting in silence and staring at each other. We might just have moments where we're sitting in silence and we're staring into each other's eyes and really letting each other know that we're there for each other. Because we had nothing else to say. Just like with me and Kotaru, sometimes we have nothing to say to each other, so we just kind of sit there and exist in the same room. Very nice, very nice. That might be us today. I have no plans at all. None. Yesterday was a better day to be honest. I was in such a talkative mood yesterday. And then this morning I'm like, I'm not even in a talkative mood right now. I'm just kind of I can still yap, of course, but like, I don't know. I just don't feel like yapping for 10 hours today. Isn't that weird? I think it's because I'm going back to work. Because I had the same feeling with my last just chatting stream on Tuesday. This past Wednesday. Where I just was not in the mood for talking, but probably because my job is extremely interactive. I'm a kindergarten teacher, so I talk to kids all day. I guess I just want to come home and not talk, which is so out of place for me. I just gotta get back into the group of things. Pizza Hut is a last resort for me. Yeah, I'm a Domino's kind of girl. Domino's is a second to last resort. So whose pizza do you eat then? I said hi, Inferno. I don't know if I said hi. Tortilla pizza is legit just tortillas with pizza sauce and cheese. Oven set to 350. Okay, but like I would still eat that. Hi, Vote Blossom. Also, hi, Mr. Knight. And hi, Jova. How are you? No. I'll hang out with you even if I'm sick. You gonna be sick too anyways? Yeah, I get sick a lot. But when I'm sick, sometimes I do an extra spontaneous at-home stream because I have nothing else to do. Like, if I'm already supposed to be like sitting around and not doing anything, I might as well sit around and not do anything on stream, you know what I mean? That's a hi, Army Boy. Hi. The Michael Jackson biopic finished filming yesterday. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't understand. What's a biopic? I have some cappuccino. Oh, I have a puppuccino. I would rather the only drink you'll see me getting from a place is a puppuccino because it's all what is it? Whipped cream, all whipped cream. I like sugar, so I'll take that. I don't I don't like coffee. Sure, none of that. None of that. Wait, today's Army Boy's birthday. Oh yeah, that's right. I did say happy birthday to Army Boy. Happy birthday, Army Boy! What are you gonna do to celebrate today? What are you gonna do to celebrate today? You didn't miss anything, Wombat. We didn't miss not a single thing. Papa John's is peak. Panda, are you okay? I ain't never heard a single person ever tell me that Papa John's was their favorite pizza. Are you good? You good, Panda? You good? Bro said, I don't eat Domino's. I don't eat Pizza Hut. I eat Papa John's. Out of all the pizza choices, why Papa John's? Why are we going Papa John's? Wait. Next you're gonna say like Little Caesars. Little Caesars is my favorite pizza. Oh, okay, whatever you say. I feel ghetto. Whatever you say. Everyone for the birthday wishes you happy birthday, Army Boy. Hi, Gabriel. Hi, Wolfcorn. Hi, Finn Cattle. Little Caesars is too peak? Why is Little Caesars peak? Why do we like Little Caesars and... Listen. Why? Little Caesars is like the budget pizza? Like I'm talking, I really want pizza, but I don't... I really want pizza, but I don't know where to eat at. And I don't have a lot of money, so I go to Little Caesars. That's pizza on a budget. Not to be rude, but are you a fairy? I'm assuming I'm supposed to say furry, or are you like normal? I mean, I'm just a dog girl on the internet. You can really take that as you want. You could take that as take it as you will. I'm an anime dog girl on the internet. I have dog ears that move. And I have a dog tail. I'm whatever you want me to be, honestly. If you want me to be a furry or a fairy, then I can be that. If you want me to be just a normal girl, I can be a normal girl. Like in real life? Or are you acting like a dog? You'll never know. You'll never know. What am I? I don't know. Man, I'm just a girl with a tail. That's all I am. I'm just a girl with a tail. Are you asking me if I'm like a real dog? Like, do I walk around on all fours? I in my live stream and I walk on all fours and I go chase after like a chase after like a frisbee or something. You'll never know. You never know. What am I? Ooh, mystery girl. Behind the scenes, I'm actually I don't know if you know this, but I'm actually a real husky. So yeah, as soon as I go live, I use my paws to hit the stop streaming button, and then I immediately morph into a real dog and I start crawling on all fours and I and I go lay on the couch and then I go back into my little dog cage where I sleep every night. You know what I mean? Like in the puppy brain, Benji. I do a full transformation. I do a full transformation always. Sinus on tablecloth. Yeah, I'm also an expert tablecloth too. I am very capable of sitting very still for a long period of time to where I can be considered a tablecloth. Whatever you want me to be. Whatever you want me to be. You normal? Got any other good joke? That's crazy. That's crazy. Do I not look normal? Do I look like a crazy person to you? You look at Cyan and you're like, man, this girl's insane. Who is this person? Why is she even on the internet right now? I don't know. I'd argue I'm one of the more normal VTubers out there. There's a lot of weird content. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl sitting at a table talking to you guys. Is that too weird? Am I supposed to be doing backflips and stuff instead? It's okay, Panda. You got it. I believe in you. You're gonna be the best mod ever soon. I'm doing nothing today. Maybe have an adult beverage, but my twin sister's going... I'm sorry, Army. I've known you for a long time. And you just now mentioning to me that you have a twin sister? You have a twin sister? Huh? Is her name Army Girl? Is Army Boy and Army Girl? You bet. Are you a dog or a cat person? I'm a dog person. I'm a husky and I have my own dog. Her name is Shadow. She's a German Shepherd. She's German Shepherd. Hi, Elias. Please keep your chat in English. I do not speak any French. At least that looks like French. I can't tell though. I have no idea. But hi, Rimu. How are you? She is a fox. I'm not a fox. What is going on today? I feel like today people are just here to bully me. Can I pet Shadow? Yeah, you can pet Shadow. She's so cute. I love W name and Shadow. Oh, you're the person who commented that. I remember that comment. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you don't speak English? I think that I'm assuming that's what that means. It is. You don't speak English. I'm sorry. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Yeah, you can pet the dog, Shadow. She's so cute. She's outside right now doing her dog thing. She's sick though. She's sick. You don't want to get too close. She might cough on you. Girl got heartworms. She got heartworms, so she's coughing. She's been taking her medicines. She gotta take 30 days of heartworm medicine, and then we'll take her to the doctor after that, and then she gets like some like shot or something that'll kill the rest of the heartworms. They said it's a long process from what the vet told me. Like they take 30 days of pills twice a day. And then she gets like a shot, but I think it's multiple shots. Like, I think she gets one shot, and then she has to come back like 3 more months in a row or something. It's a long process, but she's been coughing. She don't seem too bad though. She got a little cough, but she still acts like herself. She's still running around. She's still running around all day long. She's still barking at everything. She still immediately rolls over and flops as soon as I say hi to her. Hi, Master. How are you? How old is she? Welcome to the puppy parade. My dog was 9. She's actually really old. She might also have doggy breast cancer. So we working on that too. Welcome to the puppy parade, Zoro. Okay. So the doctor, she has a bump on her. She has like a little bump on her, and the doctor told me that like they have to like test it to see like if it's like a benign thing or not, and if it's not benign, then they're gonna have to remove it immediately. And they basically told me it was like it could be like a dog's version of cancer, of a breast cancer. They said 1 in every 4 female dogs that are not fixed will get it. And I was like, that's crazy. So we'll see, but one thing at a time. We going deal with the heartworms before we even do anything else. My dog is almost 12. 12? Oh, yeah. She's just a baby? No, 9 is not a baby. 9 is old. They're considered an elder. Welcome to the puppy parade. She's considered an elder now. Like, she got to get the special old dog. She had to get the special old dog treatment. And, like, blood test done. Senior, that's a word. She's a senior dog. She get the special senior dog treatment at the vet. Though they do extra, like, blood tests and stuff, and she's so old. 9 is considered like the senior citizen. Welcome to the puppy parade, Joe. I'm gonna eat now. It's 12 in the morning. Oh my goodness. Good night, aliens. I would drink water, but I only have soda right now. If you really had to take care of a kitten till it reaches old age, then you would do it. I miss my cat. Dogs have breast cancer. Well, it's not called that for dogs, but it's very similar to what humans experience. It's just a different name. It's what the vet explained it to me. I forgot what the word is. I have a pamphlet on it. I forgot what the word is. She gave me like a pamphlet. Yeah, 1 in 4 female dogs get it if they're not fixed. Something to do. I don't remember exactly what causes it, but I know that part of the reason that dogs can get it is because most of the time when you have a female dog, you know, they go in heat and they want to find themselves a good man. But because they're like in a household, they can't really do that. And that can like mess with their like biology or something. That's all. That's the extent to what I know about it. Which is why like 1 in 4 like household dogs get it. As opposed to like a wild dogs, they don't really be getting them like that because they can just run free and do what they want. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just as far as I know. You seen me around, but you never followed? Thankies. I'm glad you be seeing me around too. That's a good sign. Yes, guys. Please keep seeing me. Please keep knowing that I exist so I can grow. I cannot grow if people do not see me. So My cat Sprinkles loves being pet. Hi, Chaku! Oh my gosh. I would get a cat. I know Kotaru, my fiance, really wants a cat. But I am allergic to cats, and I know this because we would go to like the shelter place, and we would go like pet cats and stuff. They had like cat rooms open at like local shelter, and you can just walk in and like hang out and pet the cats and stuff. Every time I go in those rooms, I leave with like my nose getting stuffy and like sneezing a lot. It's not like a big allergy, but like if I had to live with one every single day, it probably would become a big allergy. You know, I'm only in those cat rooms for like an hour, like once a week or so. Welcome to the puppy parade, man. But if it's, if it would be like every day, I might explode. I might explode and turn into the sky and become one with the sky and become a star high in the air. I just got a vision, Cyan, but with a top hat and a monocle. Oh my gosh, I would be so fancy. I'd be fancy dog. Fancy, fancy, fancy dog. I just found my uncle lost his diploma. Listen, my high school, not my high school, my I say my high school, my college, like my bachelor's degree is unframed and is sitting on my old bed. I haven't done anything with it yet. My parents were supposed to frame it, they never did, and they left and they handed it to me. So now it's sitting on my bed, also unframed. So who knows? My diploma, I keep saying diploma, my degree might just explode one day. Oh well. It is what it is. I ain't worked too hard for it. I had a fun time at college. I ain't worked too hard for it. I can't remember if I've seen you on Twitter or Discord, but it doesn't matter. It's probably not Twitter. I mean, I'm on Twitter, but like, I'm not on Twitter a lot. I have one. I keep forgetting to use it. So that, but to be fair though, I'm trying to like keep up with YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch all at the same time. And I'm a one-man team. I used to be a two-man team, but then my manager disappeared. So I've been kind of looking for a new one. I saw one person who kind of does what I need, who's a bit more expensive than my previous manager, but she seemed like she does what I need someone to do. So I don't know. Being a one-man team sucks though. I don't know. Just when you have so many platforms you're trying to keep up, at least. Being a one-man team sucks. If you're just like streaming on one platform, then it's whatever. You were in my recommended page, and I'm glad I clicked because you seem cool. Oh, I'm glad that Twitch is still recommending me. I'm glad. And from what I've known, Twitch has been recommending me for the past few weeks. I think it stopped recommending me last week, low-key. That was when I did a bunch of collabs, and like my collabs, people don't really watch my collabs as often. And it started recommending me when that happened. Like I kind of scared. I was like, oh no. Twitch is giving up on me. Twitch is not going to show me to nobody no more ever again. And now it's showing people again. So I'm happy about that. Welcome to the puppy parade river. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. I need new people on my Discord. I need more greeters. I need more Discord greeters. People who just say hello and welcome in all caps whenever somebody joins, and I ask them like basic questions like how are you and whatnot. I like the idea of having Discord greeters. I feel like more people should just have people assigned to saying hello. Like they're not mods, they're just people who like say welcome and hello and how are you. Ow, sorry, I just hurt myself. Anyways, I need to make more applications for things. I do, but I have so many things going on that I just never get to it. My cat's name is Loop because whenever he gets bored, he starts circling my sofa in a loop. That's cute. You know, my dog's name is Shadow because she's black. Yeah, that's all you need. That's all you need when naming an animal. Very, very important. At least you got your degree on paper. That's true. Some people don't get theirs. Oh. Figri. Hi, Cree. How are you? Hi, Cry. Cry. Hi, Cry. Hi, Cree. Ooh, woo. Hi, Lady Curls. What are duties of a VTuber manager? Well, that's the thing. VTuber managers can do different things for you. It depends on what you're looking for. Like, for me, I don't. Okay, so I can tell you what like the majority of managers do versus like the one that I specifically seek out. Most managers like they take charge of they'll take over like projects for you. So like if you have like a big project coming up, like maybe you want to do like a donathon or want to run like an art contest or something, they do all like that work for you, like figuring out like your little goals and all that stuff, making like graphics and stuff. Some will reach out like for artists and authors on your behalf. I don't really need any of that because I don't have big projects. So like when you become a bigger VTuber and you have like a million different things you're working on, then it like makes sense to have one. I don't need all that. What I look for is somebody who does basic things for me. Like one, somebody who's very knowledgeable, so they can like I can bounce ideas off of, and they can like help me with, like softwares and stuff that I maybe not know of. Two, I look for somebody who can support me in the most basic way possible when it comes to like graphics. So like someone who can make thumbnails for me. I need that. Someone who makes thumbnails for me. And there was one other thing that I was looking for, but I don't know why I'm like off the top of my head, I can't think of it right now. But like my previous manager, she made thumbnails for me. She did VOD scrubbing for me. Like part of her like thing was, and she could just do 2 hours of VOD scrubbing. And she would go through and she would like find a bunch of clips and stuff. She would make any thumbnail I needed her. She did my graphics, like my stream schedule each week. I would just tell her what I wanted and she would do it like that. That's what I liked. Those are the things I need. I need thumbnail stuff. And I need VOD scrubbing. That's what I need. Having it come from one person is a lot easier. Yeah, I could always go on like VGen or like other website and find like a multiple different like I have a thumbnail artist and I have a separate like person who does VOD scrubbing, but like that going through a million different people is it takes a while. I'd prefer not to do that. So being able to just go through one person and they take care of everything, that's nice. That's why I liked my other manager. She did everything. She did everything all in one person. All in one person did everything. So I didn't have to worry about stuff. Cause I'd be like, hey, can you do this? And she'd be like, no problem. And then next day she would do it. Hey, Pinky. Pinky's here. Pinky's also a manager. She manages a VTuber group. Sorry, I'm telling you now, I would become way too competitive. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. I opened Twitch and saw this as the first thing I saw. Like, yeah. Thank you, Twitch, for showing peoples. I really like your background. Thank you. We're using a different one today. I used this background a few months ago. I haven't used it any recent times, just because I got a new computer and I didn't feel like resetting up stuff. I actually found out this background. One thing I didn't know was that this background actually came with its own audio. Like it has like birds chirping and stuff in the background. But it took me a while to stream today because I could not get the audio to work. I could not, like, you could hear like the car zooms by and you could hear like the birds chirping. Yeah, the audio would not get picked up by OBS. So here we are without that audio at all. Because I couldn't get it to work. Welcome, Father Liz, to the puppy parade. I love your name. It's lovely. It's just Curry. Thank you for trying so hard to say it right. Okay, my sister named their cat Max, inspired off of the character Baymax. Oh, yeah, Baymax from Big Hero 6. I do know of Big Hero 6. But wouldn't Blackie be a more better name for my dog? Yeah, but like she's black like a shadow. Shadow's such a cooler name than just Black. Like I don't want like, come here, Black, you know? That sounds lame. But if I said, come here, Shadow, that's real cool. Sorry, I'm scrolling up because I missed a lot of messages while I was yapping. This software is for Nia, definitely not surprised. Yeah, I need help with a lot of things. Oh, Midnight would be a cool name for a dog too. Midnight. I didn't even think about that one. Also, my dad was there when we were both trimming out the names, and my dad was like, I want her to have like an intimidating name, like Killer. And I was like, okay, we're not calling our dog Killer, okay? She's going to be a lovely individual. And I was like, I wanted to name her Stella. I did. I actually like. I was like, she looked like a Stella to me, and my dad was like, no, that does not sound. That does not sound aggressive enough. All right, this. She's a German Shepherd. She is a machine. All right, we cannot be calling her Stella. And I was like, what about Shadow? And that was the only one that really stuck. I love making thumbnails for you, but all I can do is pencil paper. Yeah, I understand. I know some degrees of stuff in that sector. Oh, you know IT stuff? I know some IT stuff, but not much. How rare are ice spikes in Minecraft? I don't know. Last time I played Minecraft, I saw them everywhere. But I was also playing on a server, so who knows? Also, hi Lady Katie fan. Good morning. Yeah, it is morning. It's called Yip Yap Mornings. So yeah, it's definitely the morning time. Also, you guys like the logo in the bottom left corner? You like it? I'm looking at it. You like the logo? It was made by Neon Nyan, Rame's official artist. She's so lovely and she made such good logos. I'm gonna keep it there in the corner so you know exactly what we about right now. We Yip Yap Mornings. Oh, what's going on, Cyan? Don't even gotta ask. It's Yip Yap Mornings. It's for me. Yap in the morning. That's it. Have you seen Cowboy Bebop? No, I have not seen Cowboy Bebop. I think Kotaru, my fiance, has. I don't know. But I haven't seen it. Any anime with like the older art style, I don't really watch like that. So I have a golden retriever named Chicken Nugget. I actually really want a golden retriever. I think they'd be so cute. You're studying IT? You guys are so smart. I'm just a teacher, man. I just teach 5-year-olds how to not die, to be honest. Cause I've had a few 5-year-olds so far try to die, and I'm like, I'm gonna need y'all to not do that. I was telling the story. Hi, Oren. How are you? I was telling the story last stream about how the 5-year-old on the first day of school, the one who's like, he was a runner, he doesn't listen. He literally, I have outlet covers in my room and I only have like a handful that are uncovered. This boy washes his hands, finds an outlet cover, like not on an outlet somewhere, because I have, like I said, I have about 3 outlets that are uncovered for me to plug in like certain things, like their iPads, for example, or my like laptop. So in the whole room, there's 3 uncovered outlets. This boy finds a random outlet covered while his hand is soaking wet because he washes his hand, runs across the room to grab it, then runs to the other side of the room and goes, I know exactly where this goes, and sprints to the nearest outlet. He was trying to shove that wet thing in there. That's my job as a teacher, to make sure kids don't do nothing crazy. Straight up working, stocking that bread. Oh, you working? I'm gonna be working after stream's over. I got until September 30th, so I got exactly a month right now to complete this like online like program that I was supposed to do this summer and I didn't do. So I'm gonna have to cram it in like now while I'm working. So like after I'm gonna spend some time today, tomorrow, and I don't have to work Monday because it's Labor Day. It's Labor Day, right? That's what's Monday. I don't know. I'm a law student. I just have random IT experience from the past. Oh, a law student. Are you gonna be my special lawyer if I ever someday get into some random controversy about the most random thing in the world? Yeah, but yeah. You know, my first month at the first year teacher 3 years ago, my kiddo, he picked up a paperclip and he immediately put it in, like shoved it into an outlet. This was while I was passing out papers, by the way. I was walking around the room passing out papers, turned my back for 2 seconds to give a child a paper, and I turned back around, this kid is screaming and yelling because he put a paperclip in an outlet and it burned his hand. The mom was not happy. The mom, because this is like the millionth time this kid had got himself hurt at the school because he just doesn't listen to anybody at all. So this mom was like, I'm scared that I'm gonna send this boy to school again and he gonna end up in the hospital, or I'm gonna get a call saying that like the ambulance is here for him. And I'm like, then teach him how to listen. That's your fault. Teach him how to listen. Teach him to respond to no and to follow directions, and he won't keep getting himself hurt when he's at school. A lot of parents baby their kids, so then when their kids get to kindergarten and they're required to be at least somewhat responsible and respectful, and like independent, they don't know how to do that, and it becomes a problem. Oh, Labor Day sounds like my 5-year-old cousin. By the way, my mom normally uses my Discord account. She's a teacher. Hey, she's a teacher too. Woof. Panda, you're making this so hard. Panda. Okay, give me a second, Panda. I have to think. We're like 17, 18 compliments in now. I have to think. I feel like I've complimented everything. I complimented your personality, your art skills. I said you were probably really good when you I impersonating oh, Panda, I think you do a really good job as a YouTube live streamer. I think you do a really good job, and you were telling me about how good your stream went yesterday, where you were doing your dancey dance, and I'm so proud of you, Panda. I'm so proud of you. Well, did I say I'm proud of you? Okay, well, I'm telling you I'm proud of you this time. I'm so proud of you, Panda. I'm so proud of you. Hi, Gojo. Welcome to the Poppy Parade. What are you, a sheep? Yeah, I bet they are a sheep. Okay, I'll allow it. Yeah. Most likely won't have the rights to work as a lawyer in your area. Aw, dang. Yeah, that sucks. I'm gonna need a lawyer for when I commit crimes. It's the content creator to jail pipeline. Content creators, as soon as they get big, super big channels, they commit crimes. So I'm gonna need a lawyer, because someday when I like my channel blows up, I'm like obligated to commit at least one crime because of the content creator to jail pipeline. Welcome to the parade. Just welcome to the stream, Kaden. Hello. What's your favorite anime? I believe you got it. You got it, friend. Welcome to the my favorite anime? I haven't watched anime in a while. It's funny, when I became a VTuber, I was heavily into anime, but now as the years go on, I'm just a girl. I don't know. I'm trying to even think about the last time I watched an anime. It's probably been about 2 years since I last watched one. I became employed. Oh, I became employed, so I haven't been watching anime. Oh, I know, I'm crazy. Let me think though. If I had to say a favorite, it's probably one that I watched over and over and over again. There's only a few like that. I've watched Barakamon over and over and over again, like multiple times. I've watched. Oh, what's that one called? Uramichi Onisan. Uramichi Onisan. That one, I've watched that one a lot because it's relatable to my job and my life, and I think it's really funny. What else have I watched a lot? Oh, Kami-sama Kiss. I watched Kami-sama Kiss multiple times. Full Metal Alchemist. Haven't watched it in a long time, but I loved that anime when I was younger. I might rewatch it as an adult and see if it still holds up. There's anime that I like enjoy when I'm like I'm younger, and then I watch it as an adult and I'm like, ooh, that's kind of not good. Are you Japanese? IRL? No. Do I look Japanese? Does my model look Japanese? That's a genuine question. Does it? I'm black. I'm African American. So that's why my model skin tone is a little darker. Yeah, got that lovely brown skin because I'm African American girl. An African American girl. Also, I'm pretty sure one of my tags. Yeah, my tags for my stream says African American. Yeah. And black. I used the black tag and the African American tag. So, well, this likely doesn't matter where I have legal license, depending on what kind of issues it's. But it's always best to have civil license. Oh, okay. Just because copyright laws or international laws are a bit what they are, so it can easily get tricky, especially because international internet laws and difference between the states. Well, you can give me moral support. Then how that sound? You can give me the moral support. Learning Japanese right now. You know, me and Kotaru are actually planning on going on vacation. Oh, hi, Nightlight. I hope it hasn't. I hope I didn't miss your message. I hope you just said that like 2 seconds ago, and I just noticed. I'm not sure if it's. I I hope I didn't miss your message, Nightlight. Hi. Good morning. Um, Me and Kotaru were just talking. Our plan right now is to get married and then go on vacation to we want to spend 1 week in China and 1 week in Japan. So that's our goal right now. Get married and to spend our honeymoon in different countries. And I'm really excited. I am. Is Chat invited to the wedding? You know, we were talking about that. We might have like some sort of like VR chat like event. I think that'd be really cute. Have like a little VR chat after party, little wedding party. I'm taking notes. And got startled when you replied to my message. I'm sorry, Nightlight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. I didn't mean to scare you. What are you taking notes on, huh? What are you taking notes on? You studying for school or what? Oh, you got a dip. Bye, Remo. Thanks for stopping by. You ever need helps with pipes and junk? I'm learning instrumentation. What do you mean by you're learning instrumentation? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? I'm happy to give unofficial legal advice. Yes, yes. But yeah, I was thinking it'd be a really cute idea to have a like after party. Like I get married and then we have like a VR chat wedding. Do. You're in the class? Yes, but like what does that mean? Like what do you mean instrumentation class? Like what does that mean? What do you learn in the class basically is what I'm asking. I just don't know what is meant by that word. You're taking notes on law? Oh, we got 2 law people here? Yeah. Congratulations on your wedding. Thank you. We're getting married eventually. Not yet though. I do have a ring on my finger, but we gotta figure out a good day. Using a bit of force is 10-10 method of disciplining kids. Hey man, I ain't getting into that topic. That's a controversial one right there. I watched Demon Slayer over and over. Can't wait for Infinity. Listen, I haven't watched Demon Slayer. But when I was watching it, I was exclusively watching it while I was working. Because when that was like 3 years ago when I was a TA, which is a teacher's assistant at a school, and they didn't give me many tasks to do. So I had so many days where as a TA, I just sat there and did a lot of nothing. So I had plenty of time and plenty of time to waste. So I literally would like go home, I would download episodes of Demon Slayer and then go to work and watch it. Because they kept like they'd be like, "Oh, we'll just sit in this room and then wait until we tell you about wait until we tell you what to do." And then no one would come seek me out, so I'd just be sitting in the room the whole time. And I'm supposed to stay in that room because I'm on standby in case someone needs me. And if I leave the room, I'm not going to know where I'm at. So I would just sit in there and do nothing. Safety and pipes and conduits and stuff. Oh, okay, see, I was confused. See, I'm a band nerd, and you said the word instrumentation, and I knew that that's not like what you were talking about. Like, I know you're not talking about actual like band instruments, which is why I asked. I was like, what does instrumentation mean in the context of like pipes and like what you're talking about? I was just so confused. Because instrumentation in the context of like band is something entirely different. That's like, do you have the right instruments to play the song and have this song sound good type of thing? Like do we have the instrumentation for that? Does this song have like a strong French horn part and we only have one French horn or something? That's not going to cut it. We don't have the instrumentation for this part, so we can't play it. That's why I was like, what does that mean? What are we talking about here? You in the band a few years ago. What'd you play? You know, I started off, when I went to college initially as a music major before I switched to like just like general education, I wanted to be a band director Trumpet, baritone, and clarinet is quite the spread of instruments. Why clarinet? Trumpet and baritone, they're both brass, but I feel like one of these things are not like the rest. My brother played clarinet, and so I've attempted to play it a handful of times just because he would have it, he'd come home with it, and I'd be like, let me see, I'm gonna try, but that was about it. I played trumpet though. I played trumpet for 9 whole years straight. 9 years straight. That's too long to play a trumpet. Went to try it. I sucked at it. Listen, you don't suck at the clarinet. The clarinet itself just sucks. It's just not a good instrument. It doesn't sound good. I don't like most reed instruments don't sound good to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, a saxophone to me can sound nice in certain settings, but most of the time I don't like how saxophones sound. Even though that's like the reed instrument that most people like is a saxophone. But me personally, it's okay. Sometimes it can sound really good depending on the context. And other times, it's not even instrument shaming. I've always been instrument shaming, all right? I just don't think I've had a reason to express it on the stream. Clarinet sucks. It doesn't sound good. Well, how often do you hear a song and it has like a clarinet solo? You'll hear it, just not often. And then saxophones are a bit more popular, but they're like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, trombone is where it's at though. My dad always tells me about how he had a trombone when he was younger. Hello, ma'am, can I talk? Of course you can, May. How are you? My dad played trombone when he was younger, and the only thing he really liked about it was that he could pull like the thing in and out and go wah. He was like, you can't do that on any other instrument. So he told me that he told me the story of how he was like really bad at the trombone, but there was only 2 trombones in his section, and one day for a concert, he had to the other trombone person was absent. Like, he just wasn't there. He was out sick. He couldn't perform anymore. And he had a like really heavy solo that was a part of the concert. And so my dad had to take over because they couldn't really play the song without like the important solo. And my dad said he messed it up in front of everybody. And I was like, that's crazy. Are you eating pancakes with honey? Do you not put honey on your pancake? First of all, this is just really glippy gloppy of syrup, all right? It's still syrup, but like, you know, honey and syrup are like almost the same things, right? Because like syrup is like basically just like sugar. Syrup is like tree sugar, and then like honey is bee sugar. So technically they're like 90% of the same things, you know what I'm saying? Neon! Guys, it's Dion. You know how I was telling you guys about how I have a cool artist who make all my cool logos, and she made the cool Yip Yap morning logo? Well, there she is. It's Neon. Yeah. Neon or Neon, as she said during her debut. But I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. I feel like it has to be Nyan. Nyan. Yeah, she ate and she left no crumbs. I'm sorry, I hate that expression. Panda, why did you start that? Why did you start that, Panda? You made me feel so cringe. Why did you even start that, Panda? I can't believe this. I can't believe it. Oh man. I wanna like talk about like what happened during my first week of work. But at the same time, there's going to be an ad break in like 10-ish minutes. And I don't know if I want to like start going into that because it's going to be a lot. It's like a lot to talk about. And I don't want to like start talking about my first week of work. And then like, I don't want to start talking about my first week of work and then like have to like be like, actually be right back, guys. Actually, JK, gotta go. Well, no, she didn't make the model. She made the logo. Now I might get a model made by Neon. I might get one. She made. If anyone came to the watch along stream yesterday, of Mink's debut, she made Mink's model, like the little cute little Cute little dog model that he has. Cute little dog man boy. Oh, I love that model. That one was so good. That one was so good. Good. Oh, there it goes. There's the little timer. 5 minutes of ad breaks. Yeah, I don't want to get into any like long topics if ads are gonna start in 5 minutes. So we just gonna stall. So what about that airline food, huh? Yeah. I don't know. I actually wouldn't go on an airplane. Well, that's not true. We want to go to China for a vacation. Kotaru and I want to go to China, and we want to go to we also want to go to Japan, but I'd have to get on an airplane to do that, and airplanes are really scary. So I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. I have to get on the airplane, and I'm like terrified of heights. You also went to China? Oh, how was it? How was it? You came back from Instagram? Yippee! Opinions on Hollow Knight Silk Song, Cyan? Oh, I don't know anything about Hollow Knight. I mean, well, that's not true. I know of Hollow Knight. I just haven't played it. I am not a platformer, nor am a platformer lover, nor am I like a fighty hard fighty game lover. So I haven't touched that game, and I really have no interest in playing Hollow Knight. But it looks fun, and I see the appeal. Like I can look at that game and go like, oh, that looks like a good game. I can see how people like it a lot. It's just not the kind of game that I like. I like comfy cozy games, not, oh my gosh, if I don't dodge this man like 3 million times in a row, I will lose and scream. You also, oh, you want to go to China. Sorry, I can't read. Kotaru really wants to go to China. I really want to go to Japan, but I'm down for both. I think it'd be a fun time. I've never been out the country. I've hardly even been out the state, you know. I've been to like neighboring states, but I haven't like even been like far away from home in like America. I've been to like every country, oh my lord. I've been to like every state in like the southeast coast. That's pretty much it. And when I say every state, I mean some of them I passed through in, some of them I only stayed in there for like a day and then left somewhere else. So I haven't traveled nowhere. I want to, but man, Husky being scared of airplanes is so in character. Bro, I told y'all I went on a Ferris wheel not too long ago, and I literally was up there like about to cry. Like I told Kotaru after we got off the Ferris wheel, I was like, I wanted to cry. He was like, you did? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get some food and I'll be right back. And I was like, okay, if you leave, I will start crying. And he was like, well, I don't want to cry. I don't want to leave and then you cry. And I was like, okay, then I stay here and cry. And he was like, no. And I was like, why are you no? And he's like, well, I don't want to see you cry either. And I'm like, so what's it gonna be? I can't, you don't want to see me cry, but you also don't want to leave and just know that I'm crying in the background. Ferris wheels are not cool. They make you dizzy. Okay, it didn't make me dizzy because they don't go fast. It's just, I don't like my feet not touching the ground. And I don't like being in a cart thingy thing that's actively moving. And the fact that people have to get on and off of the Ferris wheel makes it worse. I much rather it be like a constant moving thing than to like, I'm at the top and I'm just stopped at the top while someone below me is getting on and off. Like that was terrifying. Let it just, I much rather it keep moving. Because once it stopped for the first time in the air, my brain was like, oh God, I'm gonna die. I've been up here in the sky. I'm just hanging up here. What am I gonna do? It's over for me. Yeah, it was bad. I was going through it up there, man. And Kotaro was having a time of his life. He had his camera out, bro. He was like, pew pew, taking all the pictures. I mean, pew pew is not camera noises, but you know what I mean. Because we were by the ocean. That's when we stayed at the beach vacation. We spent so much money at a beach vacation. We're gonna spend even more at a vacation in a different country. However, we were looking at hotels in China, and for like the same price, we had like a not so good, I mean, it was okay, it was passable hotel when we stayed at the beach, just in a different state. For the same price in China, you can get like a really luxurious hotel. And I was like, we were looking at the hotels for like the same price we spent at the crappy little rinky dink by the beach thing. And man, the ones in China had like like your own personalized pool next to like the inside your room and like this like giant area, and it was so cool. But anyways, y'all, be right back. It's gonna be a 3-minute ad break. I'm gonna go find a water bottle because I don't. All I have is soda. I don't know where mine went. So it'll be a 3-minute ad break from Twitch. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just a girly. I don't make the rules. But I'll be right back. Okay. It will be a 3-minute ad break. I'll see you guys in 3 minutos. 3 minutes. Wow. sorry. Sorry if I'm out of breath, y'all. sorry if I'm out of breath, y'all. I may or may not have sprinted up and down the street, you know, looking for a water bottle. I had to go find one. You know, you can't get water bottles like you used to. You know, back in my day, you can get water at places for free, but now you go get water somewhere and they charge you like $4 a bottle. But I have water now, so I made it back in 3 minutes. So what's good, y'all? Welcome to the Puppy Parade, David. I had something I wanted to tell you guys that I just talked about, but I don't remember. Also, you want to make a Cyan keychain? Go for it! Go for it! I bet you would look cute. Call my mom 11 times where you're gone and she still hasn't picked up. That's crazy. If I called my dad 11 times, he would probably have a heart attack and think I died. He'd be like, "Are you okay? What's the matter?" About to go against Nipuline and High on Life. What is that? What is High on Life? Is that a game? Is that a game? Okay. Oh yeah, that was good. That was good. Oh, hi, Buzz Gaming. Hi. You came live on my Be Right Back screen. And Twitch gets some 3-minute ads constantly, so. Hey, Rachel, how are you? How are you? Y'all are cute. Y'all were there in the YouTube chat over there talking about making a Cyan keychain together. Y'all are cute. I appreciate y'all so much. It's about human beings used to get aliens high. That is the weirdest premise of any anime actually, no, that's probably not the weirdest premise of an anime, but it's pretty up there. It's pretty up there. That can't be the weirdest premise I've heard. But anyways, alright, yo. So, guess what I got today? Yesterday. Finally come to my streams. I'm excited to see you here. Guess what I got yesterday, guys? Money! I got money yesterday. I'm a kindergarten teacher and I don't get paid during the summer because we're unemployed I'm only a 10-month employee. Teachers are 10-month employees. Fun fact, some people don't know that information and I don't know why. Teachers are 10-month employees in America. All teachers, every teacher that works in a public school considered a 10-month employee. However, some teachers have the option to get their 10 months employees spread out across 12 months, so they just get less money each paycheck to accommodate themselves, so they can still get paid during the summer. Basically, I don't have that option. Only some school districts and some areas offer that as an option. So I just don't get paid. My last paycheck was May 30th, and I finally got paid on August 29th, and I was so excited when I opened my bank account and saw money in there. Guys, I'm gonna go on a spending spree. I'm just kidding. Hi, Army. I cannot go on a spending spree. I spent so much this summer that I honestly, any paychecks I get needs to stay in my pocket. Because I went on vacation in the summer. I still had to pay bills and whatnot with no income. It was terrible time. The weird anime, according to friend in chat, it's called High on Life. So Nightlife, if you want to watch that anime, just look it up. It's called High on Life. We love money. We do love money. I get a little bit of money from Twitch, but not much. And usually that money went straight to my manager, or it goes right back into streaming, because I do pay for an editor and I did pay for a manager too. So I do make money on Twitch, but as soon as it hits my wallet, it goes straight into someone else's wallet. It's a chain reaction. I'm like, "Oop, Twitch payout, time to pay the other person." Catching your stream is the best thing that happened today. I had to cancel stream earlier due to an error, but seeing you makes up for it at least. Oh, what happened? You know what was wrong with your stream? Hi, Hi Moe, how are you? Long time no see indeed. How are you? How are you, friend? Wow. I'm so EP, y'all. I don't understand. I wish I had employment. I wish I had money. It's a wonderful, it's a wonderful thing to have. I just don't have employment or money during the summer. I could work a second job. I could, but did I want to? No, I did not. I actually really enjoyed being a full-time streamer during the summer, streaming, and man, I was putting out so many like reels and short form content this summer. Like my like all my platforms were like super populated, and Rame, my VTuber group, was like thriving. We were doing this event and that event and this and that event, and we were hosting this and we gonna plan for that. Man, if only. Sometimes I wish I could do what some other people do and they just become full-time like VTuber managers. That'd be nice. I could be a full-time VTuber manager, but I'd have to stop being a VTuber. I don't think I can do both very well. I don't understand how people who are VTuber managers like also are like streamers too. It's one of those things, you know, like it's funny because like a lot of times when you're looking for like someone to help you out with certain things, you want to make sure that they're credible. So like you look for, oh, their channel is like their channel. If they're going to help me grow my channel, is their channel grown? Is their channel big and poppin'? Oh, if they're going to be editing my clips, do they post their own clips? And are those clips high paid? Are those clips edited and poppin'? And at some point I realized that like I actually prefer to have people in my corner who don't stream. You know, like a video editor who doesn't stream, or a VTuber manager who also doesn't stream, because that way they have a lot more time to spend on like your stuff. You know what I mean? So like when I had my old editor, she was also a VTuber. Like she also streamed and stuff, which means that she didn't have as much time to edit stuff, because she was always doing like a constant projects and stuff, until I switched to the full-time editor now, who always edits my stuff now. Like I'd be like, can you edit these? And he's like, sure, I'll have it done today. And I'm like, yay. Same thing like a manager. I had a previous manager who was like also like a full-time streamer. Like she streamed like 5 times a week and I loved her. She did a great job. But I was like a little bit, you know, sometimes it takes like a while to get things done because she's also like doing her own stuff. But then I switched to a manager who literally only manages and does nothing else. You know, I mean, they have like their normal like day job, but I mean, most of us have that anyways. They have a normal day job, and then they just full-time manage at nighttime. See, I like that. So I've actually been looking at people who don't like make content when I'm looking at stuff like that. Love the new background, thank you. I have a friend whose manager is also VTuber. Of course I do. Her name's Pinky. Pinky's a good manager too. But there's specific things I'm looking for when it comes to management stuff. Every manager does something different. And the ones that I'm looking for are ones who can like do thumbnails and like stuff like that. So that's a bit different than like the type of thing that Pinky offers, for example. And different than like what I was offering when I had that short time frame where I was like, hey, I'll help out these people, XYZ people for like a few weeks. You know, I didn't offer that, you know, that type of thing. It just depends on what's being offered. You know what I mean? Every manager does something different. You just gotta look at what they do. Look at what they do. Ooh, 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 ooh. There's some managers that are very. I was looking at some of the like managers online and what they do. I mostly just need hands-on ones, like ones that will do VOD scrubbing, type of things like VOD scrubbing, or like partner with somebody who does like VOD scrubbing, or like does thumbnails, or partners with somebody who does thumbnails type of thing. Things like that. More hands-on things, as opposed to like oh, we sit in a meeting and talk about like, oh, you can do this or that. I more so need like someone to like make this graphic or clip this thing, you know. And those ones usually cost extra. They usually cost extra because that's like a different like skill set than like what the average manager does. I just very specific, and it's hard to find one that does those specific things. So I don't know. Seems like someone's a happy wolf today. I'm doing wonderful. I'm a doggo and I'm always happy, yeah. Well, I'm mostly happy. This past week, I was stressed. I'm a kindergarten teacher, y'all. And this week was the first week of kindergarten. It was the first week of kindergarten for my babies. And so the way it works is we do staggered entry first, which every day, Monday through Thursday, we get a different set of like kids until Friday they all come. So like Monday I had like 4 kids come. Tuesday I also had 4. Wednesday I also had 4 because I kept getting kids that kept coming back when they weren't supposed to. And then Thursday I had 1 kid, actually only had 1 kid that came Thursday. And then Friday they all come so that you slowly introduce them to kindergarten. So they get 1 day to get adjusted and then they come back on Friday where they're all there. Man, oh man, oh man. Friday, when all 16 kiddos showed up, it actually wasn't that bad. I'm not gonna lie, I have a good class this year. I mean, of course, it's a little bit chaotic because they don't know what's going on. You know, kids have like free roam in their like own households and stuff. So like everybody was just constantly randomly going to their book bag or like standing up and go visiting someone else's desk or doing random stuff. I'd say clean up and come on the carpet, and kids will like go to their book bags and like start wandering around because they don't know. It's a little lot. It's a lot. But yeah, I was really stressing about that though, because the most stressful thing about having that many kids is just making sure you don't lose any. Because if you were responsible for 16 kids that don't know what's going on, like they're real young, they don't know what's going on, you know. They're walking in a line, but they don't know why they're walking in a line. They just know that they're going somewhere, you know. Welcome to the puppy parade, Flim Flam. So it's very stressful. Transportation is the most stressful thing though, like trying to get them all home in the right spot, because you got kids who don't know what's going on again. So you'll send the car riders out, because in my school the car riders and walkers go out into the hallway, and like someone else kind of like picks them up, and then the teachers, us teachers, walk them to the buses and make sure they get on the right buses. You'll send out the car riders and walkers, and then you'll turn around and little Johnny's gone, who's a bus rider, and you're like, where's Johnny? And you look in the hallway and they already sitting the car riders down. You're like, uh-oh. And so you'll just turn your back for 2 seconds and the kids will just like bolted out the door. And so you'll end up with like bus riders sitting in like the car rider area, and we have to hold the buses. Hey, hold the bus number 2 can't leave because little Johnny is somewhere in the school and we gotta wait for him. And then it's the whole thing. It's stressful. The teacher next door was tracking down kids because one kid knew she was a bus rider because she's one of the smarter kids, right? One of the ones that paid attention the most. She knew she was a bus rider, yet she wanted to go home with her friend. So when the teacher sent out the car riders, she snuck out of the room. Like when the teacher turned her back, she snuck out of the room and ran out into the hallway to go with the car riders because she wanted to go home with her friend. Hi, Amino, how are you? I had a kid like that my first year, which was 2 years ago. He would literally, welcome to the puppy parade, Amino. He would literally find like a sneak off the bus and go into a different bus, which I have no idea why his bus driver kept letting this kid off the bus. Like, you know, once a kid gets on the bus, they're not supposed to like just walk off. But this kid I guess the bus driver just didn't care. Cause, you know, some bus riders are like really good at their jobs and like really nice to the kids and the kids listen. And some bus riders just fuss all day and some don't care. I guess his didn't care because I would put him on his bus and then I turn around and I see him like boarding a different bus like 2 minutes later, and I'm like, how did this happen? Or like he tried to get on another bus and the other bus driver would be like, hey, I don't recognize this kid. Who is this child? And I was like, and I look and I'd be like, this is mine. I put him on a different bus and he literally walked off of it. Like, because they want to go home with their friends. They don't understand that, like, hey, if you're getting on a different bus, you're going to end up in a random person's neighborhood and that's dangerous. They don't know that. So that they just want to go with they just see their friend and they go, I want to go with little Billy Bob, Johnny John onto his bus today instead of going home. It's a whole thing. I've been stressed because school has been hard. Yeah, school is hard, all right. It sure is. Hi, Jadia. How are you? Jedi adult. I'm stupid. That says Jedi. Hello, Jedi. I'm sorry. I can't read. Amazing fake names. Yes, 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 yes. Bum, 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 bum. What are y'all talking about? No human is the same. Even they're exactly the same in the birth, they will still be molded up by their experience. You're right. Even though there has been some genetics which make you more vulnerable to good or evil straight from birth. That is true now. There are some kids that are there are some kids that are little demons. When you meet them and they're already little psychopaths. You got kids that are like all like psychological liars, but some of the kids that are like psychological liars are perpetuated by the parent. When I was student teaching, there was one kid that was like a psychological lie. Like he just lied every sentence that came out of his mouth was a lie for no reason. Like he could drop a pencil on the floor, you could watch him drop it on the floor, and we'll be like, pick up the pencil that fell, and he'd be like, I didn't drop that. And I'd be like, I just watched you drop it, pick it up. And it got to the point he would lie to his parents and they would believe everything he said. And we literally, so I was student teaching, so like the teacher I was like studying under, she recorded a conversation with the kid, right? Because the dad believed everything. The dad kept telling the dad that he was bullying the kid that he was being bullied when it was actually the other way around. Like he was constantly bothering this one kid because he didn't like her. And he would go home and tell his dad that she was bullying him because he thought that she would get in trouble. Hype impervious. So what the teacher did was she got her phone out and she recorded the conversation, and she recorded this boy, and the boy said that she asked the boy, why are you always lying to your dad? You know this kid isn't bullying you. Why are you lying to him about that? And he goes, I just wanted to see if my dad will always believe me no matter what. And he did believe me. So my dad will always believe me. That's what he told the teacher. He said that he lies because he knows that they'll believe him. Like, it was insane. So of course, the teacher showed that recording to the father. And you know what? All the father did was sigh, and that was it. He did not care. Is it illegal to record kids? No. You can record their voices. You cannot record their face. So it is, no, you can record voices. You just can't record like a kid's face and like upload that somewhere. But if you, let's say you just record like an audio or something a kid said, then you technically can upload that and it'd be fine. As long as like no names were said in the recording as well. So like if little Johnny John started the conversation saying, if the teacher started a conversation saying like, what's your name? And he said, Johnny John. Then that's the recording that went with. That's a problem. That's like a identification thing. So that's illegal. But if you're just recording like a voice, then it's whatever. No, that doesn't matter. It's just, you just can't reveal personal information. So you can't let them know who's talking. So no faces, no names. Everything has to be anonymous. I can confirm this as an ex-Walmart employee. Crazy. That's insane. The kids probably lived many lives. Probably. Kid have been raised by a bad parent, or they have learned to play the system. They most definitely learned to play the system. It's kind of insane how they do that. Been quiet trying to call my mom. That's okay. You keep calling your mom. That's important. She's very important. Yeah. Parents have so much power in how a child will grow up, which is kind of dangerous, especially with bad parents. Yeah. Usually the kids that like turn out to be troublemakers, you know exactly why they're troublemakers. Like you meet the parents and it all makes sense because most kids are spitting images of their parents. They reflect all of their parents' flaws a lot of times. So like if you meet like a parent that's like, maybe they come across, hi Red, maybe a parent comes across as like on the like shyer, more timid side, and they don't really talk much, and the chances are the kid's going to be on a shyer and timid side who don't talk much. If you get a parent that's loud and talks back to everybody and is disrespectful, and chances are their child is going to be loud and talk back to everybody and be disrespectful. So parents are 100%, well, I won't say 100% because there are some outliers where now you get like a really sweet pair of parents talking to you all the time, and then the kids ends up being like little demons. That does happen. But that in that case, it usually tends to happen because like the parents are really nice. They don't want to like put the foot down as much as they need to with the kids. The kids end up being a little demon, you know. Our genetics great. My mom has OCD and my dad has ADHD. I have OCD tendencies and ADHD. Yeah, just like I wear thick glasses and contacts because my prescription is -12 and -13. Kotaru has glasses. They're really mild. I think it's like negative like 0.5 or something. But because both of us are wearing glasses and need prescriptions, I feel like our child is almost guaranteed to be blind. Like they'll either be as blind as me or as blind as Kotaru, which he's not very blind. So we're gonna have to see on that one. Also, I have anxiety. My sister has anxiety. My brother has anxiety. We've all been diagnosed with it. My mom, I believe my mom has anxiety because she tells me about a lot of stuff. But my mom is one of those. Well, she's old, and most old people don't really like believe in like mental health things. So I'm like almost 100% certain that my mom has like anxiety, but she just doesn't consider it that, like, cause she'll be talking to me and I'm like, girl, there's a word for that. It's called, hi Rafa. I'm like, there's a word for that. It's called anxious. And she's like, I'm not anxious cause I pray to the Lord. And I'm like, okay. You know, you can be Christian and anxious, right? Like you can have both. I promise you, you can be religious and still experience problems. I don't know, but that's how that go. Imagine the kid gets even worse eyesight than both of you, or they have the best vision than both of you. That would be funny. I hope they don't got worse eyesight. I literally cannot see. Like if I take off my glasses, I can't go anywhere. I hardly can get around the house. I literally, did I tell y'all? I told the Discord, I ran into the wall the other day because I decided it was a good idea to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night without my glasses on and without my phone for light. So yeah, I ran into the door frame. I ran face first into the door frame and hit my left eye and side of the face. So that was nice. My face still hurts actually if I push on it. If I touch it, if I leave it alone, it's a lot better now. But I literally ran into the wall because I decided not to bring my phone for light nor my glasses. I'm like, I need one or the other. I either need light so I can like see the shapes around me to know that's a wall, or I need glasses to somewhat make out the shapes even though it's dark. It's terrible. I do that. I don't even wear glasses. Oh no. It happened with me. I don't have glasses, but my parents do. You know, my dad has bad like eyesight. But my eyesight is actually worse than his. So, do you support the LGBTQ and up? Yeah, it's a safe space here. You're fine here. My VTuber group that I started, Rame, literally the founding members are trans. I mean, I'm not, but like Claire, who's the other founding member, she's transgender, and then Pinky, who is our manager, is transgender too. So yeah. If I didn't, then my VTuber group would not exist at all. We'd be a nothing group. Oh, I had to highlight over that one that says pansexual. You're pansexual. Okay. Now I don't know all the flags and stuff now. I can tell you that I don't know the flags, but I know you give me a name and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what that means. Why do you like to run into walls? Because I am a dog. I get too hyper. You know, I start running around in circles and whatnot. Hi, Shippy! I usually lurk, but I just want to tell you that you do an amazing work. Thanks! Thanks, Shippy. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. If VTubers do not support LGBTQI, then that VTuber really will get popular. I disagree with that statement. And here's why. The most controversial people, controversy can grow a channel now. I will say that. If you believe in something that's controversial, like highly controversial, so like they're like, I don't support that, I feel like people would, like, that person would grow out of spite. And I say that because there's a specific VTuber that comes to mind that's really popular and is in the center of every single controversy imaginable, including a LGBTQ stuff as well. And they're still pretty popular. So welcome to the puppy parade, Bobby. And they continue to be very popular, and all like being like homophobic. Oh well, and other stuff does is just it just brings more people into the little corner. So you know, I mean, in long shot, the controversial people will not survive. Well, I think they peak at some point. I think controversial people like grow to a certain point, but they don't really go past that. I think they can get pretty large, but just not like as large as they could be if they're like super inclusive and stuff. Which VTuber? Oh, I'm not naming names here. No, no, no. Not my job to point fingers. I just tell you one exists. There's one that I see all the time that gets on my nerves. Mostly on Twitter. I think I blocked them the other day. I actually used to follow them for a little bit before they started going crazy with like controversial stuff, and I was like, okay, this person's not good. I don't like unless they have enough controversies, but then they'll have to have a downfall eventually. Yeah, well, it depends on how it really if someone's downfall depends on how well they receive criticism, because there are people that are so controversial but they just don't care, that they continue to grow and grow and grow. And sometimes they grow because their entire chat is negative and they're leaving like a bunch of negative comments, but they don't care about that. They just care about the fact that people, they just care about the fact that people were like there. You know what I mean? There are people who genuinely grow. Like you ever see those for example, there's Twitch streamers, right? Who grow based on whose whole goal is to go to other countries and bother people. Like, except I'm thinking about this one who actually like got arrested recently, but he had been bothering people for like 2 or 3 years straight. And his channel was popular because not because people were like, yeah, go bother that person. No, it was popular literally because because people were like, hey, stop doing that. You're a terrible person. And people in the comments, like hundreds of people in chat, like, hey, don't do that. That's not nice. Be a better person. But that's still hundreds of people watching, and that's hundreds of dollars in your pocket. You know what I mean? So many people don't receive criticism well, which is why that's true. A lot of people don't receive criticism well. There's some crazy people out there who loves negative criticism. So crazy people. Hello there, finally got the chance to watch you live. Love your adorable shorts on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Nathira. How are you, friend? What doing? We're talking about controversies right now. And how controversies grows a channel sometimes, and it kind of sucks. It's kind of annoying. You know, the Twitter accounts that grow the quickest are the ones that like comment whenever something controversial happens. If you'd stay out of like controversies and like popular topics, I'd argue it probably takes longer to grow. So, deep voice Cyan sounds like my mom. Do I sound like your mom? Welcome to the puppy parade, Midsta. Cyan, can I free redeem Deep Wolf shirt? Wolf. There you go. That's the Deep Wolf. Wait, how did I get on this outfit? When did I get this outfit out? I was in this outfit. I'm confused. I think my model reset itself when I went to the bathroom a while ago. During the be right back stream, because I came back and one of my toggles was undone, and I just now noticed I'm in my marching outfit. I'm not supposed to be in my marching outfit today. We're on a date at the dinner table. Woof. Yes, join the Discord. Join the Discord. Do it. Say your most recent short, and it made me smile. Oh, I'm glad that made you smile. I'm glad. I feel like the more shorts I put out, the cringier they feel to me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because like I'm starting to overthink it. I think I'm starting to overthink things. But I don't know. I'd be like cringing and stuff. Welcome to the puppy parade, Wavy. Got a cute model, by the way. Love the colors of it. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome to the puppy parade, Chris. I need motivation to beat the final boss. You got this, Shadow. All you gotta do is put your fists in their face, and then you'll beat the enemy. Yeah, fight the power. Fight the power. You know the vibes. You know what I mean? You are such a cute puppy. Oh, stop it. Stop it. You're cute. You're a cutie patooch. I have made a choice to comment on each of your shorts to help algorithm. Thank you. I've actually noticed quite a few people doing that, and I greatly appreciate it because it most definitely helps the algorithm 100%. Because there's shorts that they get a lot of likes, but they don't get comments, and those do not get pushed out at all. But like if it gets a lot of likes and it gets comments, and people are like, then people get to see it more, and I like that. You know, the comments may be what it is, what it's about, or something. That you're trying to say what it's about. Honestly, so I think Panda has just been leaving like hearts and stuff on the messages too. She's like a little heart here, a little heart there, and I appreciate that. That's all we need. Plus, best of the things. Yeah, it said I haven't subscribed to you. That's crazy. So you're just getting all of my shorts and you haven't subscribed yet. Insane. Panda is chill. Yeah, we like Panda. That's good that you're in the date outfit, so I don't need to waste 2k points to switch the outfit. Yeah, whoopsie, I forgot to switch. I can't in good faith be in my marching band outfit when we're here. Maybe when we at the amusement park though. When we're at the amusement park. I do have an amusement park background for my marching thing. I just don't use it as often. I just don't think it's as popular. Like I mean I've used it in the past and I feel like people are like less inclined to click on my streams if there's like if there's like amusement park, and I have no idea why. And my YouTube pop-up recommendations. Hopefully my live streams on YouTube eventually starts picking up traction too though. I feel like it's so hard to be a YouTube streamer. I can't say that though. I am starting a new platform. Like YouTube is technically a new platform for me since I only started like 2 months ago. And I technically have been on Twitch like 4 years now before I like actually like start seeing people on the platform now. I guess I'm just like looking at my Twitch and like comparing it to YouTube, and I really shouldn't do that considering how long I've been on Twitch for versus how long I haven't been on YouTube. Yeah, I've been on YouTube for like 2 seconds compared to how long I've been on Twitch. Sometimes I wish I could start over as a VTuber, but like just with the knowledge that I currently have. Like just do a full, like I could just go back in time to 2021 when I first made my account and apply all of the stuff then that I like know now. Actually, no, I actually wouldn't be able to do that. Can I have any income? Never mind. I didn't have any money. I wouldn't be able to apply anything. Hello, Obelisk. I'm sorry, I still can't say your name. I didn't have any money back then. I can't hire an editor. Having an editor was like night and day with my channel, but I didn't have money. When I first became a VTuber, yeah, you can ask an odd question. When I first became a VTuber, this was before I'd ever worked my first job. So all the money that came to my channel, like when I had like a PNG tuber model, like a VRA model I tried to make myself, all of that stuff that I had back then literally came from birthday money or me begging my parents for money. Like I was like, please, could you give me like $10 more and I can buy this Etsy overlay pack so my streams can be popping. Like that's what I did. Welcome to the Puppy Parade Garage. I didn't like get my own custom made things until like 2 years later when I became employed. Because I was still college. I was a college student. In 2021, I was a college student. I graduated December of 2022. So I was unemployed the first 2 years of streaming. So I was like begging my mom left and right for money. Hi, Julius. Hi. I get notifications from them even without me having subscribed to you. That's pretty cool. Especially YouTube chat being very active can help a lot. It just needs to get a bit more active. Yeah. If I could go back in time, it would result in quite a different situation. Not lose too many friends that way. You think so? Oh, I guess if I'm thinking like outside of stream stuff, I wasn't dating Kotaru back then. We were just best friends, so I can go back in time. I want to go back in time and experience my first date with Kotaru all over again. That'd be cute. As a hybrid dog/human, what approach is suitable for when you meet a new person? I'm asking as I'm going out in a little to a party. Need advice to meet new people? I don't know if you know this, but I don't have IRL friends. You guys are my friends. So I'm the worst person to ask when it comes to meeting new people. I can like, I don't know. I'm really bad at talking to people. I'm a yapper, like once you get me started, but to get started is I don't know. Say hi and look happy and smile. That's all I know. I don't have friends. That's all I know. Because most of my friends are online friends, and some of them I have met from specific league matches. Yeah, that's valid. I only have online friends too. Do not sniff the rear ends of humans. They seem to not like that. Not saying that Cyan does that. No, of course I don't do that. I only sniff Kotaru's rear end, of course. No, that was the right way. No, no, no. You only do that. You only sniff the rear end if you already have a special bond, you know. You already have to establish that bond. See, humans work a little bit different than dogs do. So that's why I said just pretend to be hi Pickle, pretend to be pretend to be human. Just wave and smile and look happy. Be like, hey, hi guys. Hey, hi. Hi, hey. Hey, hi. That's it. My boyfriend crashed into a tree, bro. Are y'all good? Also, hi James. Hi James friend. The algorithm led me to you with my first video of you being someone smiled today because of you, and that really made me smile and have a new outlook in life. Yes, I love to hear it. How are you, James? How are you? How are you? Oh, guys, I did something good. I posted my stream schedule on YouTube. It's a post. It's a post. It's a community post. My stream schedule is on YouTube, and it's in the Discord. So I made a schedule in advance for once in my life, and I uploaded it for once in my life because I'm doing what I'm supposed to for one. Oh my lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people have joined the Discord today. Y'all are insane. How many people do we have in the Discord now? There's 90 online. And there's 217. Are we at 300 people in the Discord now? Y'all are some crazy peoples. I'm glad though. I'm a yapper. I yap in main chat. I'm a main chat yapper. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, James. Community post? Yeah, I made a community post. I did. Yeah, Discord propaganda. Propaganda. We are distinguished gentlemen. We are proper. We are propaganda. Ooh. I can't speak. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna turn around and desert you. I am in the USA. Caw-caw. Caw-caw. USA. Caw-caw. Caw-caw. That's it. And fine, I'll be less fine as I need to go to the gym later, which is evil. Oh my god, the gym is evil. You know what? But once you get in the habit of exercising don't feel as bad. But like I want to say like the first 2 weeks of like getting into exercising is like the worst feeling ever. And then after that, like it starts to feel better and it doesn't feel as like intense or difficult. But man, I remember when I first started exercising, like really trying to exercise, and I was dying. I was like after like everything. Your links work properly because of mod perms. Oh, is that how that works? I don't know much about YouTube. I still don't even know how mods work. I don't even know how to make someone a mod on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, I don't know how that works. Keep singing, thanks. It helps if you can read body language, but that's a skill I learned later in life. When I was younger, when I was in high school, I used to be really good at reading body language. I used to be obsessed with micro expressions. I was obsessed with it in psychology. Ooh, I did it already. You probably just didn't hear it though. I did it again just for you. Ooh, 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 ooh. Welcome to the Puppy Parade side. Sid. Yeah, Sid. Welcome to the Puppy Parade. But yeah, when I was in high school, I was obsessed with the psychology of like emotions and expressions. So I used to watch a ton of videos about micro expressions and then take a bunch of like online tests I could find about like identify the micro expression. And it'd be someone like staring straight and like their eyebrow straight ahead and like their eyebrow like twitch like slightly, and I'd be like, oh, they're angry, they ain't like that. or like their lip would like slightly shift downward, and they'd be like, I'm like, oh, they're sad. They're secretly sad. I just don't want you to know. Like, I used to be so obsessed with micro expressions as a kid. I don't know why. Welcome to the not welcome. God, welcome to the stream, Solway. I'm getting welcome to the puppy parade and welcome to the stream mixed up today. When I paste links, someone needs to manually copy it instead of clicking it. Oh, okay. Bye, Nightlight. Bye, Nightlight. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Zeffy. Hey. How are you? Hey. Oh. I see my Zeffy in my stream. Hey. Oh. I called my boss and she said to take the day off. So, yes. Yatta. Did I say hi to Selway? I think I did. I'm gonna say hi again just in case I did. Hi. I just called my mom a total of 103 times and she never picked up. It says she take the day off. So, oh, that's crazy. Is your Discord 13 up? Yep, everything and surrounding the Cyan brand is 13 and up. 100% 13 and up. So, yes, it is. Yeah, I am a family-friendly area. And the only reason I'm 13 and up and not like all ages is simply because most platforms have a restriction that says that you need to be at least 13 in order to use them. So that is the only reason why I'm 13 up. Because Twitch, you need to be at least 13 years old to watch Twitch streams. I think TikTok, you need to be at least 13 years old. And I think you need to be at least 18 years old to like make like, I think in order to make actual content on TikTok, you're supposed to be 18 or something. But like you can be 13 as far as I know. But yeah, most apps have like a requirement of 13, yeah. That is the only reason why we are 13 and up and not like all ages. Because my content is all ages. I'm a kindergarten teacher. I think it would be really weird and really out of place if I was a a kindergarten teacher and then I immediately get off stream and do like the craziest or like say like the nastiest thing ever. That would be daunting. It's like, oh, come on, sweetie pie, come on. Go walk in line. Make sure you're walking in line. Oh, it's okay, baby. Come here. Come give me a hug. You hurt your foot. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, baby. Come here. And then get off my job and be like, and start spouting profanities and stuff. That'd just be weird, right? Like, I don't think I could handle that type of juxtaposition in my life. So, I mean, if I gotta be kid friendly for 8 hours of my day every day, then I'll be kid friendly on streams too. I think to watch TikTok lives, you need to be 18 too. Yeah, I know there's some age restriction thing on TikTok. Like, I think you can be younger than 18, but I think TikTok restricts you heavily if you are. I know that you can't stream yourself. I'm not sure you can upload stuff either yourself if you're under the age of 18. I don't know though. I just know that some people have problems because they made their account. People have ran into problems because they made their account when they were like 15 or something, and then they turned 18 and wanted to make content, but TikTok was like, this is a kid's account because you made this account when you were a kid, so they like had to make a new one. It's the whole thing. I don't know though. I ain't a kid. I'm an adult, and when I started streaming, I was an adult. And when my little brother wanted to stream, I made sure that he was an adult before he got into streaming. I 100% made sure that he was an adult. When is the ETA for mod apps? You know, I already have mod applications. I just haven't like sent them out. ETA, man, I'm gonna do it right now. Hold on, where my mod application at? Because I do need more. I do need mods. Cyan, because mod applications. Look at that. I have the form right here. I literally have the form. What is your Twitch name? What is your Discord handle? We're gonna have to add a new one. Twitch, Discord, YouTube. We're gonna have to add a new one. There we go. What is your YouTube? What is your YouTube name? There we go. Anyways, what kind of questions should be on a mod application anyways? I feel like I don't be asking enough questions on my mod applications. The only things I have on my mod applications are like, how often do you attend the streams? How active are you? How long, like, do you have mod experience? And like, Can you moderate a 13 up channel and have you read my channel rules? Like what else? What else would I put in a mod application? I'm gonna change it to say from mod application to support applications. Because, well, I don't know. I also want more greeters. I want more people to be like, hi, welcome. That's not necessarily a mod's job. That's just like a saying hello to people. You see what I'm saying? Do you have common sense? That's a good one. When I made the mod application before, a lot of people actually ended up not becoming a mod. Not because of like anything like negative, just because a lot of them just hadn't been like around my channel for like that long. I felt like they only like watched me for like 1 week. They were following me for 1 week, and I believe let me see who applied. Some of these people got banned, so I mean some of these people got banned because they just, I don't know, they showed up for a week and then week 2 they started acting out. So you know, what kind of questions should I ask them? Probably add an example of a situation where mods is needed. Oh, so be like, what would you do if, like, yeah, you can be the head of the greeters, Panda. You can be the head of the greeter squad, okay? You can be the top greeter. You'll be the top dog in the greeting community. Yeah. What's a scenario that we could add here to a mod thing? Let me see. Let me make a little thingy thing. I'm just trying to think of scenarios that happen in my Discord, like period. Like we've had a lot of things. Like what would you do if someone was, what would you do if someone in the community is making someone else feel uncomfortable? Ooh, that's a good one. What would you do if someone in the community is making someone else feel uncomfortable? That's a good question. Because we have had quite a few people who showed up, made people uncomfy. I would like to be a mod or greeter, but I'm not gonna apply this yet because I'm so new. Maybe later. Okay, what would you do if someone was being rude and not remorseful? Yeah, that follows. I think that falls under uncomfy, right? Or do you think that should be a separate question? Do if someone was being rude or not, and not remorseful? Oh, what about we're gonna do like scenario. I'm like scenario 1. Scenario 1. Someone who has been in the community for a while is suddenly making someone feel uncomfortable. What would you do? You do. And then we could have a scenario 2, right? Scenario 2, which is something different. Someone just joined the Discord today. Just joined the Discord within the recent week. They questions depend on where it's happened. Someone in the community is well, I don't know. These are Discord questions too. I'm gonna have to make a separate application maybe. Like is there a way that like if you check like on like a Google form, like if you check this box, for example, like if they click that they want it to be a Discord mod specifically, it takes them to like a separate section for Discord mods? Does that happen? Can you do that? Or like, are you able to link pages like that? Like, oh, they click Discord, so it's going to take you to the Discord mod one instead. You don't think so? There is? We're getting 2 different ideas here. Because chats and Discord are different areas. That's right, they're different areas indeed. You can make different sections in Google Forms. But can you link the sections depending on like a previous answer? Yeah. That's the question. Hydrate, I got you, Topaz. You've done it in the past. Import questions. Let's see. Add video. Add section. You can condition sections depending on certain questions and answers to the question. Ooh. See, I know about all that. Okay, I'm gonna have to play with that. I'm definitely gonna have to play with that. I see this after section 1, continue to next section. So you can make conditions. I just need to figure out how to make the conditions. Oh. As in, when a certain answer leads you to the form is possible to make. Okay. Okay, we figured that out. So right now we're going to do Discord questions. You know what I'm saying? Someone who has been in the community for a while suddenly making someone else feel uncomfortable. What do you do? What do you do? Someone just joined the Discord today. And someone just joined the Discord today. And they are immediately breaking the rules. What do you do? If someone immediately joins the Discord and already you're breaking the rules, what do? You find the location and neutralize. No, Panda. No, we cannot take out the subjects. Banned. Yeah. Yeah, y'all so smart. Call this section Discord. See what I'm saying? Yeah. And if I can't figure out how to do conditional sections, I could literally just have separate sections and be like, only fill out this section. If you do not want to be a Discord mod, skip this section. Worst case scenario, I just do like that, right? If you do not want to do a Discord mod, skip this section. If you do not want to be a YouTube mod, skip this section. I remind them of the rules, and if they keep breaking the rules, and they're gone! They're gone, they're gone, they're gone. Oh, this is a good one. This one's a good one for the Discord. Scenario 3. Someone joins the Discord and their username and or bio is NSFW. Contains NSFW words or materials. What do you do then? Ooh. Ooh. What do you do? What do you do? What does that mean? What does what mean? NSFW, that means it's inappropriate stuff. So someone joined the Discord and their name is like something like nasty. Or like you clicked on their bio. Like my bio says like, I'm say so, I promise. But like you click on someone's bio and like their bio is something nasty. Like what will you do then? Or inappropriate. I'll change the word NSFW contains I'll just change to say the word inappropriate because not everyone's in the VTuber community. Inappropriate. I always spell this word wrong. What am I missing? Oh, there's 2 P's? I know that. Guy named after a color. Yeah. There's one color in our Discord that is cursed because there's been so many people who joined the Discord who are named after this one color, and they all literally, almost all of them got banned except for one. There's only one that's still standing, and they're fine. But the other ones, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. How about someone joins and they know you're bad, but you can't prove it? Yeah, you can't really do much about that until you get something to like show for it. Yeah. At the bottom right, click more and then go to sections based on answer. In the bottom right, click at the bottom right. At the bottom right, click more. Where are you seeing more at the bottom right? And click, go to section. Wait, click more, then go to section based on answer. Meow, 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 meow. I can add section, but I can't find anything that says section based on answer. Just section. Like go to section 1, section 2. And then the section says, after section 1, you can continue next section, continue section 1, section 2. I can't find a section based on answer. Let me look at the settings. Maybe it's a setting things. No, it's not a setting thing. Maybe I'm just illiterate. I'm about to get picked up in a few minutes, but before I leave, I have a question. Ask everyone, what is your proudest moment in life? Oh. What is your proudest moment in life? And how do you approach it? What is your proudest moment in life? And how? That's a hard question. Welcome to the puppy parade, someone. Oh God. What am I proud of? What am I proud of? Welcome to the puppy parade, Tasty. I don't know. Ooh, I don't know. What is my proudest moment in life? There's a few things I'm proud of. I'm proud of like how far my VTuber channel has come, and that like I've overcome my anxiety to be able to get to this point. Because when I first started VTubing, my anxiety was like so bad. Like when I first became a VTuber, this was like after I had a huge meltdown. Like I did not talk to anybody for like 3 weeks straight because every time I would like do literally anything, I'd have a panic attack about it. Like I'd be like freaking out and like panicking really bad. Like I would like step outside and I'd be like, I can't do it. You know, like it was really bad for like 3 weeks. And my like mom took off work for like 2 weeks straight just so that she could like be around and help me and stuff. It was a whole thing. And then like a few weeks later, I decided, I was like, you know what? I don't want anxiety to control me all the time. And I became a VTuber. So I guess I'm proud of myself being able to overcome. I'm proud of my ability to overcome my anxiety enough to become a VTuber, because it is the best darn thing I have ever done. And I'm pretty happy about it, because if I wasn't a VTuber, I'd probably be laying in bed doing nothing. Welcome to the puppy parade, Max. Yeah, I have anxiety. I was diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, GAD, in 2017. So I've had it for a while. It's gotten better over the years. There's certain supplements I take that make it better. I'm not on like pills or anything. I take a few like I take magnesium, for example. L-theanine helps. I've been taking melatonin at nighttime, that also helps. But like, yeah, my first few streams, specifically I still remember my first ever stream. I was shaking so much. I was like trembling. I could hardly speak. I was like breathing really like heavy. It was a lot. And I remember I ended my stream like 30 minutes in because like no one was watching. Well, no, this is my second stream. I think about my second stream because like no one was watching, and like I was like having a meltdown, and I started losing like my like arms and legs started feeling really tingling, and like once I start tingling, like once I start losing feeling in my arms and my legs, that's when I know that I've reached my peak when it comes to being anxious. So I immediately end the stream right there. Like I don't let it get past that point ever. I remember that. I didn't even do a debut. Like nobody was there. Like I had nobody watching. I was just scared. Like my viewers had 1. Like there was nobody there. I was my 1 viewer. And I was panicking. There's anxiety meds. Yes and no. There are anxiety meds, but the reason I never opted to take them is just because they're highly addictive. Think of, what's the word? There's like one that's like super popular that people use, but anxiety meds are like use as needed medicines. They're not like, oh, like a prescription thing you could take all the time. They're like, oh, you're feeling anxious, take this thing. But every single one of them in that like class of like meds are addictive. Like you take them and then you can't really, it's hard to function without them type thing. So that's just why I never did that. Now I was on antidepressants for a while. And that actually, being on antidepressants did help my anxiety a bit. But meds that like exclusively focus on anxiety are like addictive. There are depressant medications that help with anxiety a little bit, and I think some people take those. Like I took Zoloft and that helped with depression, with anxiety and depression, but like I wouldn't do that again. Must have been a tough journey you gotten to this point to just keep on growing. Yeah, I still get anxious when I stream. It's just not as bad anymore. It's usually if I go a week or more without streaming, I come back feeling so nervous. But it's not bad. It's nowhere near as bad anymore. It's nowhere near as bad. The only thing that I have like pretty like bad anxiety over now currently, that I haven't really overcome yet, is driving anxiety. I've been driving for 3 years now, and it still makes me really nervous. I hardly drive. Kotaru drives me everywhere. I'm glad I'm marrying somebody who is I'm glad I'm marrying somebody who likes to drive a lot, because it scares me. Anyways, there's gonna be a 3-minute ad break. Twitch is doing its Twitch thing. During that time, I encourage you guys to get a sip of water or get yourself a snack or whatever you guys should do, okay? And I'll be right back after 3 minutes, all right? Okay? And I'll probably figure out this Google document while I do that. All right, be right back. Okay, my model did not reset this time. It still likes me. Hello. Okay, before I left, I was talking about anxiety. And I will say, driving is scary. Okay. Driving is super scary. Whenever I don't know, especially when I first started driving, I was just thinking about like all the accidents that happen. Because like, other stuff you do, you could like mess up other stuff and it'd be fine. But like if you mess up driving, there are like catastrophic like consequences of that, Welcome to the puppy parade, Kitsune. And it's so scary. It's so scary. And like people try to convince me not to be terrified of driving. Welcome to the puppy parade dragon, Paul Dragon. And like, and people try to convince me it's not scary to drive, and I'm like, what do you mean it's not scary to drive? Like, what is not scary about it? Oh, but it gets you from point A to point B, and I'm like, yeah, but you know what makes it scary? The fact that if you do literally anything, if you do literally everything, anything, and you mess up, it is like catastrophic. Bum 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 bum. Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't seen YouTube chat for a little bit. I've been looking. That's my bad. Add a YouTube handle. Yeah, that's what I'm about to do. Add a YouTube handle to it. Just recommend asking Discord ID so it's not vulnerable for name. Oh, that makes sense. That's Discord ID. Will you do your best to increase my popularity as a VTuber so I can one day rule the world? That's a good question. Ruling the world's important, and yesterday Mink said that he would help me rule the world if I ever decided to do that. So sounds good. You can always ask more from applications and DMs or after, so you can thin them out in applications. Yeah. Everyone is probably hoping that they're your proudest moment in life. That's true. The way I got over my fear of the dentist because of a sore needle is just thinking, it hasn't happened, so why should I worry? I'll react when it happens. Yeah, that also helps with my anxiety too. Like my therapist always tell me. Also, thank you, Wave, for the stuff in the DMs. My therapist always told me to cross that bridge when you get there, which is a lot easier said than done. But like that mindset does help. It is a helpful mindset. That mindset does help. Okay, so I will be I will try. I always try my best, but I was anxious all week anticipating all the kindergartners to come on Friday, so I can't say anything. I was literally stressing out all week because I knew that on Friday I'd have 16 kindergartners in my classroom, and I was like, they're not gonna know what to do, and it's gonna be... So I can't say anything. I was so stressed this week. Like, I feel so relaxed now that I like got to meet all my kids and see that a lot of them are like really respectful. I just have like a few talkers. Like the only behavior issues I really saw was one kid likes to wander around, which is whatever. One kid who's a talker. Like, I don't stop talking, by the way. She always talks. And then the other one is like, this kid was trying to like, he was weird. Okay, he was trying to like bite and scratch at me because like he wasn't doing what he's supposed to. He was like he kept messing with something. And I kept telling him, said, stop messing with this. You're going to break it. And at some point I held his hand so that he couldn't like pull on it anymore. And when I held his hand, he tried to bite me. But the thing is, this kid is like incredibly weak. Like, I mean, most kids are weak, but like this kid had no strength at all. Like, it was really weird. So like he tried to like pull me to him so he could bite me, but it felt like he was hardly pulling. It felt like someone was like lightly the lightest little tug. Like I could hardly feel it. And then he tried to hit me on the arm. But again, this kid had like absolutely zero strength. Hi, John. Had absolutely zero strength. So he literally like, he hit me on the arm and I just didn't really feel it. You got students? Yeah, I'm a kindergarten teacher. And Friday is like the first day of kindergarten. Before then, like I get a few kindergartners here and there to like introduce them to school slowly and like so I can get to know them in a smaller setting. Then Friday, all the kids come, and I was like stressed about that. But like, yeah, this kid tried to hit me on the arm, but like he had no arm strength at all. So like it just nothing happened. Nothing happens. I've only driven a lawnmower, and that was on SpongeBob. That's valid. ADHD and kind hearts take over while driving. I just want to say hi to all the cars passing by. Oh, that's cute. I get really scared if someone honks on their honks the horn. That's the word. I kept wanting to say honk on the steering wheel. Like, that's not right. I get really nervous if someone honks their horn when I'm driving. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, and I got a new student on Friday too. So like a kid that wasn't even on my, like, she wasn't in the system. She wasn't on my roster. They're just like, here's your new kid. And I was like, huh? Who is this? And then she had like a little sign in her hand that like said her name. But I'm glad I got her because this kid was smart. Hey Tony, like super smart. She could write her first and her last name, which most kids can't do. She could tell me her first and her last name, which most kids can't do. And she was like cutting and using her scissors perfectly. Like she was doing such a good job. I was like, ooh, this is a student I'd love to have. She's perfect. The wind be blowing you away. Yeah. I remember days we had like tropical storms coming by because they like I'm on the east side of the U.S. We get hurricanes, right? But I haven't had like a hurricane in a while. They're usually like our tropical storm by the time they reached me was like a weaker hurricane. But still, I remember one day it was like still super windy. And my roommate, when I was at college, she really wanted to go to breakfast at like the cafe. She wanted to go get breakfast. And we had to walk, but she wanted to walk there. It was raining. And like it was raining and the wind was blowing so hard I like hardly could like go anywhere. So at some point she decided, fine, okay, you don't weigh enough, right? Because like she weighed like twice as much as I did. So like she wasn't getting blown by the wind, but I most definitely was. So she called her friends to like get their car so that like we could just get in the car. And I hardly could make it into the car. Like her like she literally had to hold on to me and like pull me into the car. And you know why? Turns out that's when I found out that my roommate she was from Florida. All right, she lived in Florida, which is the hurricane state. So she was just used to doing business as usual whenever a hurricane was around, and I was not. So I was over there panicking. I was like, I don't know what to do. And I went with her because I didn't want her to go by herself. Right? I was like, I don't want you to go out in this big storm by yourself. You know, I'll use my non-existent muscles as backup, you know, just in case. Starting to lag too for anybody. Is my internet just dying? Well, on my end it says everything's fine, so I don't know. Hi Daylin, how are you? Student sounds promising. Oh yeah. So usually when you get later students, they're usually like kids that don't know much or they have like behavior issues. This is one of the fewer times that I got like a student that got enrolled later and she was like really smart. So last time I got a student that got enrolled like later, actually I had a kid that got enrolled in like January, but she was like the sweetest thing. She just didn't know much, so that was all. Short grain rice is rounded and plump, with a high starch content that makes the grain stick together when cooked, especially if the rice has been milled to make white rice. Long grain rice is much longer than it is wide. Its lower starch content makes the cooked grains lighter, drier, and more easily separated. Medium grain rice slides right through between short and long grain rice, both in shape and starchiness. Thank you, Monk. Thank you, Monkey Boy, for the daily rice facts. I'm good. How are you guys? I'm doing pretty good. We're getting close. We're getting close to the ends of my streams because y'all know how I am, bro. We reached that 2.5 to 3 hour mark and I'm out. All right, we are at 2 hours and 20 minutes. It turns out not experts from school, they figured out what happened. At least I go back Tuesday because Friday was a fight this time. The principal took me off the expelled. Whoa. Wait, I feel like wait. Hold on, John. I'm missing context. What happened? What happened Friday? Did you get like... Were you in a fight or something? What happened Friday? I'm missing context there. I'm missing context. You joined so late, that's okay. That's okay. I have a stream schedule this time though. Are you proud of me? I made a stream schedule here. Let me see if I can show you guys my stream schedule because I'm proud. Alright. I never make stream schedules in advance. So since I finally did, I gotta show it off. All right. I have so many random images just around. Boop. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. I made a schedule this time. I'm so proud. You're proud of me? Dang. Look at that. September 1st through the 7th. All right. On Tuesday, right? We gonna have Yapping After Bark at 7 p.m. It's nighttime yap streams, yeah? And then Friday, we gonna play Cooking Simulator. And then Saturday, we gonna have Yip Yap Mornings, okay? We gonna have Yip Yap Mornings. How does that sound? How does that sound, guys? I have a schedule this time. Yippee! So now it won't be a guess and check. Oh, when's Cyan gonna stream? I don't know. Oh, is she here today? Oh, I don't know. I know. We gonna get there. We gonna get there, Panda. I haven't brought it up yet. I keep forgetting. I haven't mentioned it. Yeah, I will. All right, let me delete this image instead of just like having it like sitting in my OBS. I have so many, like, I had to organize my stuff. There's so much stuff that's just like hidden and up here. I don't even know what half of them are. Like, what is this image? Downloads. The image is called number 2. Like, there's so many images that are just up here and like that I don't know what they are. Like, what is this one? This one's not even the correct image. Delete. All right, what we got? Oh, we can delete that image too. I'm not going to show you any of these images unless I find one. Some of them also just were there from like when I switched computers, so they don't really exist anymore. So like I'm clicking on images and it's just like a black screen because it doesn't exist. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, there was a huge fight between me and a student, and he started it. He hurt me, so we both ended up in the nurse office. And then so you got expelled, and then the principal came and then they unexpelled you. They realized that like you weren't the one who started or something. I don't know. From what I know about like fights in schools, usually like if there's a fight happening, if you even hit back once, you're subjected to be expelled, from what I know. I wouldn't know though. I've never gotten in fights, and I teach 5-year-olds, so those kids don't usually, at least my kids have never fought anybody. I've had other issues I've dealt with my kindergartens. Welcome to the puppy parade, Nix. But fighting is not one of them yet. I've had kids that like, I had a lot of boys in my class last year. And the not so fun thing about like boys when they're like 5 or 6, right, is that they like to roughhouse. Like the way they play is like so hands-on, like handsy. So they'll like pull and push on each other. Like it'll be a recess time. You'll see like a boy drag another boy like across the floor. Like it's a whole thing. So I've had kids like that like get in trouble, but like there's like phone calls home because they're not actually fighting. I have not had kids who fought yet. Other teachers have had kids who fought, but not me. My kids are little angels. All right, they're so good. This year and last year they were little angels too. The year before that, nah. That's exactly what happened. That's crazy. Last year there was like 9 fights on the last day. See, this is why I teach kindergarten, bro. I ain't gotta deal with no fights. Also, trying to break up 5-year-olds if they were fighting would be a lot easier than trying to break up like teenagers who are like my size or bigger. Like, if I ever got into a fight, my mom wouldn't punish me so long as I didn't throw the first punch. I'm not sure about how my parents would feel enough when it came to fighting things. None of my siblings ever had that problem. We were never fighters. Like, I don't know. I've never experienced that. Welcome to the puppy parade, Adam. I really dig it, and I cannot even put a finger on like what my parents might even say if I came home because I was in a fight. None of my siblings, I have 3 older siblings, and they never got into any fights, so I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. I was taught to defend myself, but I also wasn't like taught to like hit back either. Like I don't know what I'd do in that situation either, to be honest. I can't fight though. Like as it stands right now, I'm really weak and I got like little scrawny arms, and I like most definitely cannot fight, and I would lose if I entered a fight. So honestly, if someone hit me, I'd probably run. Because what is me hitting back gonna do? Nothing. At most, I can scratch because I got claws. All right, I got these real long nails. That's all I can do. I'll scratch your eye out, but I can't do anything else. I can't fight. I can't fight. Actually, I learned like when I was like 16 that I was making a fist wrong. Like I always tucked my like thumb in when I made a fist, and no, sorry, I said I was 16. No, I learned when I was in college that I was making a fist wrong because my roommates, my roommates, they clowned me. They clowned me for it. They were like, Cyan, what are you doing? Show me a fist, like you're gonna hit somebody. Show me a fist, like you're gonna hit somebody. And I was like, okay. And then I showed them, and they were like, what is that? And I was like, you told me to make a fist. And they're like that? And I was like, yeah. And they were like, you're gonna break your thumb. Why is your thumb tucked in when you're making a fist? What are you going to do if you fight somebody? And I was like, I don't know. I've never fought somebody before. Hey, bro, how are you? High school kids are violent. They're very violent. Like you're supposed to sit there and let them hurt you. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that the rules that schools are like good ones. We do have some really dumb rules, and like sometimes I have to like fuss at kids and punish them even though I feel like they didn't do anything wrong. Like there was a time where like one kid that's like really like I like give light fussing stuff like, hey, come here, sweetie, you know you're not supposed to do that. If I think like the kid's response was absolutely valid. Like there was a kid that kept pulling this other girl's hair, so she slapped him. She straight up slapped him. Another kid did something he wasn't supposed to do, right? And the other girl slapped, and again, another girl slapped him. And I had to be like, now, you know we're not supposed to slap people, right? Okay, just letting you know that. Go sit back down. And she wasn't in trouble. I mean, I had to make it look like she was in trouble, but like, it was so valid. I was just like, nah, girl, I'm on your side. But you know, I'm still a teacher. I'm still a teacher, so at the end of the day, I gotta follow the rules, and I gotta pretend like I'm going following with the rules. But like sometimes a kid will react, and it's so deserved. Like a kid would be like, there will be a boy that goes around bothering everybody, and somebody else puts them in their place, and I'm like, ooh. But I'm a teacher, so I have to be like, hey, how about don't put him in his place? He just let him continue running around causing problems. It sucks. You get 10 days of OSS. I think you could get suspended just by being in a fight, even if you didn't swing. Yeah, I've heard some schools about that too. Like if you were just like part of like the circle of people involved in the fighting, they'd be like, nope, you're suspended too. And you're like, bro, I didn't do anything. I just watched you. These hands are normally cruelty free, but you throw a punch, then it's ready to eat 10 up. I'm glad you specified the age. I mean, my students like hit me sometimes. As part of being a teacher, you're gonna get hit because kids don't know how to control their emotions, but adults don't either. So I guess you're all in the same boat. But part of my job is having 5-year-olds hit me, and then just I walk away. When a kid hits me, I walk away. I really do. I've done it before. I walk to the other side of the room while I'm frowning at the kid. I frown and I walk to the other side of the room, bro. Don't even touch me. Or either that, or I hold both of their hands and I fuss at them because they're 5, so they're not really stronger than me. So like if they're hitting you, you can just hold their hands and they can't hit you no more. They're not gonna break free out of that one. It's pretty simple to like stop like a kid that's like 5 from like doing stuff because they're so small, you know. I'm not on Twitch. If you go to Instagram and you see a fight happen, you know it's gonna be me and a student. A buddy of mine recorded it happening. That's crazy. That's crazy. Put him in air jail? Oh, I can't. I'm too weak. I got noodle arms. I can't put him in air jail. Also, as teachers, we're not allowed to pick up the kiddos. The only time you pick up a kiddo is if the kid is like really injured. We've had a kid. One of my kids last year. My kids last year had a lot of boys, like I said, and they played really rough. There's a lot of injuries at the playground because of how rough the kids constantly were playing. And I sat those kids out. They constantly sat them out and they couldn't play. And they would go back and do the same thing. But one of my kids was running and a kid pushed him and he fell and his eye hit the corner of the stairs. So yeah, he was a little hurt. He actually, surprisingly, he only got a scratch on his eye. It was only a scratch. But you know, y'all were assuming the worst, like the way that he fell and like what came out of it. We were all like, oh my god, that was the only scenario where an adult picked up the child and ran with them. He's also like one of the smallest kids we had too. That was the only situation where I've seen a kid get picked up and ran with the kid in their hand. But otherwise, you're not supposed to pick him up, a kid. But that's because that boy was really hurt. We were so scared. I was so scared about that one. I was like, I hope this boy is okay. He was fine. Surprisingly, he was fine. Kids are indestructible. They are so indestructible. They'll get hurt in like the most traumatizing looking ways ever, and then be just fine. Just fine. The fact that kid just had a scratch on his eye, considering what happened to him. Oh my god. I was grateful. I was like, I do not want any serious injuries happening while under my care. Because, you know, you can get in trouble for that. Well, kind of. It depends on what you're doing when a kid got injured. So, like, if I, for example, like, check the time on my phone and a kid fell the moment I checked the time on my phone, I could be liable for this kid getting hurt. Even though bro just tripped and fall. But they could be like, that's neglect because you checked your phone. You looked at the notifications on your phone for 2 seconds. You checked the time on your phone, so you weren't paying attention. So it's a whole thing. Hi, Gojo. Hi. Hi. I'm 6 foot, 180-pound guy, and I cannot fight for the life of me. I can't fight either, but you know what I can do? I can run. I don't know if I can run very fast, though, but I am skinny, so I'm really skinny. So I feel like that should, by default, I can run a little bit faster than some people. Maybe. Hi, Alert. How are you? Welcome to the puppy parade, Jacob. Yeah, you asked. Well, you asked me my favorite anime. You haven't asked me my favorite movie. That's a different question. A movie? I don't know. The only thing I can think of when it comes to movies, I liked Encanto a lot. I like that one a lot. But I also liked, what's it called? A Silent Voice. A Silent Voice is an anime movie and it's really good. If you haven't watched A Silent Voice, you should. I think I even watched that one in the Discord, like with people like years ago. Back when I was like a lot more active in the voice chat of the Discord. Now I'm mostly active in like the main chat of my Discord. Join my Discord, by the way. I think I'm a lot more active in main chat and just like texting and stuff in the Discord, but I used to be really active in the voice chat, and I'm pretty sure I watched that movie in the Discord from start to finish. My old Vtuber group I was in used to do movie nights. I used to host the movie nights that we did. That was my job for the group, was to host movie nights. Which I'm probably gonna shift gears, probably assign somebody to movie night. I know that was one of the things we talked about doing. I just didn't know when, because I was like, we're gonna have game nights, we're gonna have karaoke nights. I'm like, what should we do for movie nights? And I didn't want like I didn't want members in like Rame to have like too many roles at one time, so I never really assigned that, but I probably will. I probably will now, especially since we have a lot of stuff like slowing down a bit now that the summer's over. A lot of people, we don't have as much going on anymore, you know, most people aren't planning any like major projects when they're like working in school and stuff, so you might do movie night. I love to host movie nights. My problem is I do want to participate in game nights that we have in the Rame Discord, but I keep scheduling streams during that time. I schedule because I normally stream Tuesdays at 7 p.m. I did that last year too, and that was my normal time. But now I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, every week I schedule a stream at that time. And I'm like, oh snap, that's when game night is. Whoopsie. I do that all the time. Yeah, the Rame Discord has like game nights in it and stuff. I do hope to participate in at least some of them, though. I don't want to like start a VTuber group and then like be absent in my own group. Sometimes I wish I wasn't a streamer myself, so I could like come home and spend time like fine-tuning every Rame thing and taking care of all the Rame needs, you know, but being a VTuber makes it harder to do that stuff, you know what I mean? We need more movie nights. Yeah, I bet. Welcome to the Puppy Parade, Chia. I did like movie nights when I hosted it a few years ago, but that was back when I had more time. Also, thank you, Taco. I appreciate it. That was back when I had a lot more free time, though. When I was just a college student when I was in my previous VTuber group. I'm not a college student no more. I got things to do. Also, I got voluntold more work this year. You know, every year, when it comes to like teaching, and we do our like teacher meetings each week. We do it twice a week. Every year, you're supposed to be each person's in charge of one subject. Last year, I was in charge of science and social study, which are literally 15-minute lessons. So I didn't have to do much work for the meeting. I could just walk in and say, hey, by the way, guys, this week for social studies, we're talking about rules. Because they're 15-minute lessons. I just really had to all I had to do was print the worksheets, basically. This year, I got voluntold that I'm going to be in charge of ELA, which is a 1-hour lesson as opposed to the 15-minute ones. So now I have to be prepared each week to tell everybody and go through all the lessons for the upcoming week. So I had to be like, okay, guys, on Monday we're going to be doing lesson 5, and lesson 5 you're going to do this and this and this, and then you're going to do this activity. Make sure you have this ready in advance and blah blah blah. Okay, lesson 6 will be Tuesday. I had to go through every single one of them. So now I have more work to do at home. Now I have to actually be prepped in advance so I can do that. ELA, English, reading, English, whatever you want to call the classes. You call it reading class, call it English class, whatever you want to call it. It's just when we read the books to the kids, we ask them questions, they do a little bit of writing. You're here, Optimus Prime. Well, welcome to the Puppy Parade, Optimus Prime. Oh, it's a Tegan raid. Hi, Tegan. Hey, thanks for the raid, friend. I appreciate it. What were you doing? How are you? What were you doing and how are you? What do, how be, how are? What do, how be, how are? Yes, those are my questions. How are you? I was just talking about how I'm getting voluntold to do stuff at my job, bro. I'm still upset about it. So now I had to go home, but I had to do extra work because I got voluntold that, Cyan, you need to tell us all about the upcoming ELA lessons. Why? Why is that me? And I'm still a beginning teacher. I'm still considered a baby teacher. In your first 3 years, you're considered a baby teacher, a beginning teacher. Why are you giving me the heavy duty task? Doing really good is heading into the dungeon in the Backpack Hero. Backpack Hero, what is that game? I haven't heard of that one. Is it like a dungeon? Is it like a 2D game? Like a 2D it's not like a roguelike game, yeah? Can you face reveal? This is my face. What do you mean? You're looking at my face right here. I'm a dog girl in real life too, you know? I'm just built different. I was built different. I'm born different. Yeah, this is my IRL face. It's right here. What you talking about? I don't understand. What's the question? It's right. You're looking at my face. It's a cute rogue life inventory management game. Inventory management? What is an inventory management game? What does that mean? I've heard a lot of management games, but inventory management is a new one. It's a new one. Pro tip: don't ask that to a VTuber. So yeah, a lot of reasons why VTubers are for anonymity. Yes, anonymity. We like to be anonymous. I like to be anonymous, so nobody knows who I am. Well, I'm saying nobody knows who I am is that's a generalized statement. I do tell the people who are around me know that I am a VTuber and know who I am. They know I'm Cyan on the internet, but that's about it. I don't go online and be like, hey guys, my name is not Cyan. But the people who are close to me know. So it was interesting because someone I knew IRL came across my stream. I kind of knew them. I knew them in elementary school, And they came across my streams and then like really liked my like content and stuff. And like and they didn't realize it was me, but I knew it was like her, and I was like, hey, I know you from elementary school. Like it was a whole thing. And she was like, yeah, apparently I know you, but I don't remember you at all. But like I came across your channel and I'm like, okay. Is Cyan face revealed she died from anxiety too? Actually, no. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't actually. Oh well. But also, well, never mind. I won't say that. I have thoughts, but some thoughts you keep in your head. I got some IRL friends to watch my streams. You know, they always say that when you start off streaming that you should tell the people around you. Also, hi you on YouTube. They always say that you should tell people around you that you're streaming so that you can get like an initial like boost. You know, you have like real people watching you in the beginning, so you don't have to start off with like the one viewer things. But I didn't do that because that is scary. That is very, very scary. A friend played my stream once on Insta, and someone I knew IRL came in and was asking, I guess, my name and stuff. That is not good. That's not good at all. That's one of the things I was like scared about though when I started like when I told some of my friends, I was like, hey guys, make sure you call me Cyan. Especially when my like little brother started to try to get into the streaming world, and he, you know, Cyan bro, he came around. I was like, I hope he doesn't say anything. Like say anything crazy. He hasn't, but that's also because he doesn't even call me my name IRL anyways, and that's something I realized. Like even IRL, he doesn't call me my name. He calls me sis. He always calls me sis. So I don't have to worry about him saying my name or calling me out or anything. He just calls me sis. He just calls me sis. I know he wanted to stream with me. We just aren't really able to do that because there's not really, unless he just sits here and like just talks, like he just comes over and sit next to me and talks or something. But like, cause like he has a PS4, I think, that he streams from, and I don't have a PS4, and I don't have any like games that like I like and he likes, or vice versa, or something I'm like willing to stream type of thing. So he's like, well, we could play this together. I'm like, I don't play that game. And also we can't because you don't have a PC type of thing, you know, so that's the whole thing. But we'll see what he does. That cake look tasty? It does, doesn't it? Yum, yum, yum. I call my sister sis all the time too. Yeah, he only calls me sis. He rarely called him by my name. So that's good. That's good. Same thing with like my college people. It's like I remember when I was in college and I first started streaming, I had like a friend who was like, I want to be in your stream someday. Which it would have been fine because at college, nobody called me my name. I had a nickname. My name is Sweet Pea. I was Sweet Pea at college. And sometimes my college friends still show up. Sometimes they come to my chat. Every blue moon, like once a year, I'll see like my college friend. And they're just checking in to see how I'm doing and stuff. And see if I'm still streaming. And they'll say hi and stuff. I see them like once or twice a year. So not a lot of times. Psst. What?
Hi.
Guys, I turned into a man for a second. I'm so sorry. I'm just kidding. That was Gotaru. He said hi. Hi, FNAF. How are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Shadow. Shadow, did you know you have the coolest name on the planet? I love the name Shadow. I love the name Shadow so much that I named my dog that. You have the coolest, most outstanding name on the planet. Top name. 10 out of 10 name. Top dog name. There you go. 10 out of 10 name. We love that. Kotaru, everyone saying hi. Everyone saying hi.
Oh, hi.
That's it. Everyone's saying hi. You named your dog Shadow too? I'm sorry, Zeffy. Do you have a dog named Shadow? My dog is 9 years old. I've always had a dog named Shadow. Yeah. It's from the game called Shadow Fight 2. Oh, I don't know that one. I don't know Shadow Fight 2. Bum 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 bum. Is it like a 2D fighter game? Like Street Fighter or Tekken? Well, Tekken's like 2D, 3D, but you know, like a sideways fight game, or Mortal Kombat, or Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, I think is what it's called. Yeah. Oh, hi Ranger. How are you? I love how your how you're wagging your tail like a happy dog. Cause I am a happy dog. My tail ain't wags when I smile. See? I don't smile no more. I don't like. I just smile all the time. I'm just like smiling like from start to finish of my streams, and my tail is always wagging. Because if I don't smile, my tail don't wag. You know, I'm just a happy dog. What can I say? What can I say? I'm Shadow. Shadow the Bloodhound. Are you excited for a Mortal Kombat 2? There's a movie? There's a Mortal Kombat movie? I thought those were only games. You just applied to university? Oh my gosh, Ranger, you're growing up. I hope you get into the bestest university around. I really hope it works out for you, friend. I remember when you first came to my stream and you were like a wee lad, an itty bitty man. Now look at you already applying to colleges. That's crazy. I remember when I applied to colleges, I applied to a bunch because my parents said they weren't going to my parents told me they weren't going to pay for my college. They said you need to get yourself a scholarship. So I applied to every single school that I could that I even somewhat met the requirements of, and I was just hoping I'd get a full ride to one of them. That was my goal. And I did eventually get a full ride to a school. And then I also got a band scholarship on top of that too. Which you can't withdraw, you can't take money, right? So from the school, at least the scholarships I was on, since it came from the school, you can't withdraw that money. So having a full scholarship and then having a band scholarship did nothing, because all the band scholarship would do was that money would go into my account and then disappear at the end of the year. So I had both, but there's no point because my college is already paid for. But then, I actually ended up wasting money, right? Because I was like, well, I talked to the band staff about it. I was like, hey, I'm already on a full ride. I can't really use... Welcome to the puppy parade, John. I was like, I can't really use the band scholarship, right? Since I'm already on a full ride, that money just goes away. And I told the band people, I said, can you get that money to someone else? Because right now it's just not doing anything. Welcome to the puppy parade, Karen. And so they did. And then I ended up needing the money the next year. Because the next year I changed majors. So I went from being a music major to a general education major. And so in order to play catch up and to graduate on time in 4 years, I had to take 21 credit hours every semester. And my full ride only covered 18 credits, and I didn't know that. So I gave away my band scholarship because I didn't need it, only to end up needing it the next year and having to come out of pocket. So that sucked. I had to pay when I say I mean my parents, because I did end up paying for that. They paid for it. It was about $2,000 to $3,000 per semester, since each credit hour was $900. It was kind of insane. So the fact that I was taking 21 credit hours was a lot. Are you a doggo VTuber? I sure am. I'm a dog VTuber. Wow. Yeah, I was 14, now I'm turning 20 in a few months. Welcome to the puppy parade, Hunter. I was 14 when I started watching Cyan years ago. Now I'm almost 20. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, he was welcome to the puppy parade, Panda King. We got another panda. We got so many. Yeah, when Ranger first... Because I started streaming in 2021. I think you're about to turn 15. You were 14 about to turn 15. So that makes sense. Yeah, it's been a while. Ranger's been in my community for a million trillion years. And when I say Ranger, I'm talking about Jinx. It's just he's changed his name so many times, and I've known him as Ranger for the first entire year or two. So I still call him that. So it's the whole thing. Bum 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 bum. She didn't say thank you. Oh yeah, I did. I say welcome to the puppy parade whenever someone joins. I say, welcome to the puppy parade. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My army's unstoppable. Yeah, there's gonna be so many pandas and puppies. I'm gonna have to make a whole new category in the Discord just for panda. I keep saying puppies. You got a new pupper? What kind? What kind of pupper? I want a puppy. I want a puppy. I do. I want a cute little puppy. I want a German Shepherd puppy, or a Husky puppy, or a Golden Retriever puppy, or a Shih Tzu, or a Samoyed. Actually, probably not a Samoyed. I feel like they require a lot of grooming. Even more so than the other options. I want actually, those are like the 4 dogs I really want. I either want the really big ones or the really tiny ones. No in between. You have an Aussie Lab mix? Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I forgot about like the Australian Shepherds. I like those ones too. They're really cute. They're really, really cute. A Golden Retriever? Her teeth hurts? Wait, why does her teeth hurt? Was she born with bad teeth? My dog, when I first got her, she couldn't walk. Her hind leg is like still causing her problem. Her hind legs cause her problems to this day. I mean, but she was born like that. Because I remember when she was a little dog, she would like walk a few steps, do a little limp with her like back leg, and then she'll sit down. So she wouldn't walk for long. She would literally walk for take like 20 steps and then sit down for a while, and then take like 20 more steps and sit. And then when she went to the vet the other day, they're pulling on her legs to make sure she wasn't feeling any pain, and she was like really pulling on that leg. And they were like, I was like, has she always had that pain? I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, that back leg it's been bothering her since she was a little baby. So, but it's gotten better, or she's just gotten used to it, right? Because like if her leg is hurting all the time, at some point you just get used to it. You know what I mean? That's enough dogs. No, we need 1 million dogs. We need 1 million trillion dogs. Honestly, I mean, I'm the leader of the puppy parade, and right now we got 2,547 puppies. All right, that's a lot of puppies. What's one more? You know, what's one more? What's one more gonna do? Nothing. Make people happy. Make me smile. That's what one more gonna do. My dog might be big, but he's a lap dog. That's valid. I bet a little noodle dog. I bet when he lay in your lap, he just kind of like slumps over horizontally because he's so long. More puppies needed? Yeah. The more puppies, the better. I love puppies so much. Oh, am I able to do this now? Let me open Twitch. Bum, 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 bum. My fundraiser for Best Friends Animal Society, I said 110 out of 100 for such a long time. Could I edit that now? Can we change we can change the goal. We're gonna change it to 200. Yeah. Oh. Yes. There we go. We can do it now. Okay, perfect. It actually did it. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna raise as much money for the Animal Society as possible because they make good animals and happy. And that's what we need. We need happy animals. He lays on his side and lets me rub his side. My dog will come up to you and she will lean, at least for me, she will come up to me, she'll lean on my legs until she just plops over. Like, she will literally lean on me until I back up, and then she can roll over on her tummy. I don't know why she does that. I don't know if it's because I let her like have a gradual fall onto her back, because I'm not going to like jump out the way and let her fall on the floor, but she will literally lean until she's on the ground. And I don't know why she does that. It's so weird. Also, she's always had this thing where she likes if you hold her paw. So like sometimes when you're petting her, she'll like hold up her like paw. She'll hold her paw up just for you to give her a little huggy. And it's so cute. I love her. Oh, I see your picture of your little golden retriever. Can I have? She's amazing. That's so cute. The little goober. Can I have her? I want a puppy so much. I want a dog that's like 100% mine. You know, a dog that I train, that I raise. But I guess that's just like my maternal instincts too. I just want to raise something, and I feel like a dog is a lot more responsibility than a child. So I kind of want to raise a dog. I want to raise a dog. That's what I want. But I think that's just my maternal instincts like screaming at me, like, Cyan, you would have raised something. Cyan, I know you wouldn't take care of something. It don't help that I work with these kids all day long and they're like the cutest little things ever. And I'm like, man, I want to come home to something that's also small and cute and adorable. But I can't. I would want to raise a dog over a human child. See, I like the idea of raising a child, but I don't think I'm at that point yet. I need more money in my bank account and to like have a house type of things, you know, for like a kiddo. But for a dog, the only requirements you need for a dog is a little bit of savings so that you can pay for like their vet visits and whatnot, and the ability to buy dog food. You need to be able to buy dog food and afford to vet visits, which is a lot less money than a kid, and they're not as bad as kids can be. So you know. And they're not as noisy either. Sometimes, depending on what type of dog you get. If you get a husky, your house is never going to be quiet ever again. I'm a red panda. I'm small and adorable. You're a red panda? I knew another VTuber that was a red panda. Their name is Aishi. I don't think Aishi still streams though. I know Aishi took a hiatus a long time ago. I don't know if I ever saw him come out of the hiatus or not. I have no idea. Aishi. That has been a long time. That's the only other red panda VTuber I know of though. Anyways. I only have a PNG model. That's cool. That's cool. PNG models are cute too. I have PNG models as well. I haven't had to use them, but back when I didn't have like as beefy of a PC as I have now, I used to spend a lot of time as a PNG tuber. When I do just chatting, I'd have my model, and then when I play a game, I'd always have to switch over. So, alright, but it is about time. It's about time that we end the stream, yeah. We're at the 3-hour mark. Y'all know how I am. We hit 3 hours, I leave. I will probably see you guys tomorrow. I don't think Metal Moments is happening this week. So I might do something else instead during that time. We'll see. Because I usually do Metal Moments every other week, but we probably are going to switch it to be monthly instead, because people don't have stuff going on every other week. I thought that we would have like a lot more stuff happening since we had like more members and stuff, but not everyone's doing some crazy projects all the time, you know, which is valid. So sometimes it just lines up to where we don't have, like, most members don't have much going on at one time. So as a result, and also because like now people are going back to school, so it's not summer anymore, you know. So we're probably going to move to be once a month with Metal Moments. So we'll see about tomorrow. The way as it stands right now, though, it's probably won't happen. So you might catch another just chatting stream, or maybe I'll play the animal game, because I haven't played that game in a bit. The animal shelter game that I started playing. I like that game a lot. That one's really fun. So this is probably what we'll end up doing. Yeah, guys, join the Discord. Last minute Discord propaganda. Last minute Discord propaganda. Join the Discord. I'm always at church when you do Metal Moments. Oh, that's right. We do it in the morning on Sundays. That makes sense. That makes sense. That would conflict with people who go to church. I didn't even think about that. Alright, let's see who we gonna raid. No ramen members are live. Who we gonna raid is we're gonna raid Spines. What's she doing right now? She's reading the Bible. Alright, she's reading the Bible. We're gonna raid Spines. She's reading the Bibles. If you're not religious and you don't care much for that, then don't join the raid. But if you are and you don't mind that type of things, I think you should hop in to the stream, because Spines is really sweet. She's really sweet. She's really wholesome. But yeah, there is a that's your warning. Religious warning. She is reading the Bible as of right now. So If that's not your style, then don't join the raid. But otherwise, she's really nice. She's really sweet. I love her. I was supposed to do a collab with her when we played Minecraft a while ago, and Wave was over there invisible trolling us. She was supposed to be there, but because of time zone confusion, she couldn't make it. And I don't think that was my fault too. I didn't make it very clear about the time zone, so that was my bad. So hopefully I'll have a time in the future for when we will when me and her will finally stream. But yeah, let's go right here. Make sure you use the message Cyan not Cyan oh my god, make way for the parade. Okay. Okay, all right guys, bye bye.